It's the Bob and Tom Show.
She said, "You look handsome today, dear." He heard, "I just bought something really expensive." He said, "Are you having an affair?" She heard, "'Cause I am, and it's great." She said, "Do I look fat in these pants?" He heard, "Do you ever want to have sex again?" He said, "You look great in those pants." She heard, "I am totally trained." She said, "It was fun visiting your mother." He heard, "You owe me big time." He said, "I bought you something from Victoria's Secret." She heard, "And could you wear this bag over your head too?" She said, "Was it good for you?" He heard, "'Cause I hope someone had fun." She said, "We need to talk." He heard, "You need a lawyer." He said, "Would you mind squeezing the toothpaste from the bottom?" She heard, "Do you mind living with an anal retentive neurotic?" She said, "You were snoring again last night." He heard, "Do you have to breathe?" He said, "I'm thinking about buying a motorcycle." She heard, "I'm in the mood for a big fight." She said, "Would you go clothes shopping with me?" He heard, "Can I pull your fingernails out with pliers?" He said, "I thought our waitress was very nice." She heard, "I'll be thinking about her during sex." She said, "This commercial is so beautiful." He heard, "I'm getting my period." He said, "Let's try something new tonight." She heard, "Let's see if you're double jointed." She said, "Do you mind not watching football?" He heard, "Do you mind if I chop off your..."
What a way to start the show. Boy.
He said cheap.
Plunka, plunka, plunka.
See what that's about.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom
It's
Show.
about life.
We're here. August 12th, 2020.
Apparently, Godwin brought his banjo, apparently. We're doing a hoedown today?
All right. That shirt would look badass with overalls, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Pat, that's a very nice shirt.
It's a nice
Don't listen to
check.
that.
It is.
That's a good shirt.
Jeez.
Is that herringbone?
No.
No, it's check, you
checked.
lunatic. I'm leaving did you see this? I'm leaving the station yesterday, and out in the parking lot is Godwin with this rolling office chair with all these office supplies. Rolling out to his truck.
the chair.
And I said, I don't see anything. I'm not squealing.
I brought a car full of stuff for him yesterday.
I got some lamps.
Got a desk.
It's our old office is now a storage room. So there's
okay.
Bunch of surplus things.
yeah, they've got enough desks to outfit an army here. We should do a fire sale. Welcome to the program.
I didn't say hi to anybody. So
I know,
go ahead.
great intro. So if you're wondering who was here, let's see. Let's start. I'll go left to right here on this big screen over there from the other building. It's Pat Godwin. Hey, Pat.
Hi.
Home run after home run yesterday.
Oh, we had a good time.
I want to bring back one of those tunes. Let's see. Then on the screen up there, it's Christy Lee, who's actually.
Hi.
Oh, this is kind of confusing. Also over there in reality, that's real Christy. That's TV screen Christy.
Yes, there's a slight delay.
Yeah, but you're in your room, the Navy Federal Credit Union room, all by yourself.
Yes, sir.
Big room, little Christy.
She looks a little bit like a social services director or something, and she's ready to call a number to wait on the next person.
42.
42.
Calling
Now
42.
serving 42. Okay, now do you have all your papers?
Yes.
Now? Okay.
You know that they lately have some of those places you have to actually show them the number.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
good. I don't want people taking
Yeah.
my spot.
But what is
I
it?
picked the number. You
Yeah.
better look at it.
They probably had line jumpers.
Of course they have.
Yeah, they have that because of people like you. That'll just
That is false. I never jump the line.
I can imagine you really do stick to the rules because the embarrassment of you
No, I'm just
getting caught.
I'm courteous, and I stick to the rules.
And yet you don't show that towards your coworkers. Isn't that interesting?
That's because you need discipline to remain in line. Otherwise, the show would start 30 minutes late every day. You couldn't talk
You
for all
have
the
no
donuts.
faith in us.
Hey, man.
Willie, what were we just talking
Hey,
about?
man,
Already off
we're
to a
all
great
just
start,
here,
Dustin.
man. We're just here.
Willie Griswold, my
kids in
son,
line.
Chicago-based comedian, is right over there in the little room. And man,
He is an all-star.
the people voting in
Yes.
favor of Willie and the Jars coming up in a matter of moments. We haven't even gone over the overnights yet.
Have you seen
Wow,
the fabulous photo of him in the ragu jar?
Yes, we'll explain what that's all
I'm
about.
actually
in just
starting a
second.
jug band. It's called Willie and the Jars. I'd like to announce it here.
I like it.
That's a
Yeah,
great one.
okay.
corner.
And you are not a jarhead in the traditional sense, but we'll find out what that's all about. Josh Arnold is at his post, his seat, his chair. It is, of course, the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. Chick McGee across the way. A lot of sports to get to today.
How about ya?
And Ace Cosby is our engineer and the proprietor of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. I understand there's going to be some kind of a challenge to Ace's joke today, I've heard. Some kind of a rumor.
Is that right?
Oh.
I'm not sure what that means.
Can't we just get through it and move on?
Okay, so yesterday in the show, I don't even know how it happened, but a couple things came up about jars, and I've got an explanation.
What?
We were asking about the names of quantities of marijuana, and back in the day, one would purchase a so-called lid. Remember this discussion? You'd get a lid of marijuana.
Yeah, my dad used to. Yeah.
In the illegal days, apparently, and I've had several people have said the same thing, so I'm going to go with it. It would be if there was a jar full of marijuana, the dealer would unscrew it, fill the lid of the jar with the pot, and then stick it in a baggie. Also
Makes sense.
defined as 4 fingers.
The jazz lettuce.
Okay.
With jazz lettuce, yes. You know, and then those seeds and stems, et cetera, et cetera. So hence the term lid, which you say is not being used anymore, Willie?
No.
That's gone out of style, apparently. But somehow a discussion about jars came up. And Willie, what did you say?
I said that I'll reuse a jar. If I get a jar of spaghetti sauce or a jar of whatever it is, I'll wash it out and I'll reuse it.
And then
For
drinking, is a drinking glass.
for a beverage, and that prompted Josh to say,
What is this, the Great Depression? Why are we doing
Yes,
that?
that's what he said.
"Get your son some glassware."
it turns out, first of all, I'd forgotten that for one of my daughter's first birthdays, we had glasses with her face imprinted on it that were made of jars.
Mason jars,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Mason
yeah.
jars.
That's a fun
Kind of
thing.
cute, fun.
You're not drinking out of garbage.
But we have had, I mean, this is, the emails are going nuts. People are totally on Willie's side here.
Well, of course.
Many people do this.
And I'd like to tell everyone, this isn't the first time we've been called elitist pricks. I want you to know that.
And it won't be the last.
And it certainly won't be the last.
And it's not just pricks.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 hours. No, 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time. It saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Wednesday. It's August 12th, 2020. Good morning. Yes, we are here live, and Allie Breen will be on the way. We'll be talking to her about relationships. Well, not her relationships, your relationships. She gets letters from fans of the Bob and Tom Show, and she brings them to us each Wednesday. We'll see if she's back in New York City or if she's still hanging with her parents in Atlanta, Georgia. But wherever she's zooming in from, she will be pretty, she will be funny, and she will be on with Bob and Tom right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Allie Breen on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Trini Lopez, singer, guitarist who gained fame for his version of Lemon Tree and If I Had a Hammer back in the 60s, has died at the age of 83. Apparently, Lopez died Tuesday from complications of COVID-19. Lopez was mentored by Buddy Holly and Frank Sinatra and became an international star, performing in English and Spanish. Unlike Mexican-American singers like Richie Valens, Lopez rejected advice to change his name. He crossed over into acting, appearing in World War II drama The Dirty Dozen, the comedy The Finks, and was also on TV on One Atom 12. America's Got Talent topped the ratings last week, but faces the absence of Simon Cowell, who was seriously injured in that electric bike accident. Cowell is the NBC Talent Contest's creator and linchpin of its judging panel. He underwent surgery for a broken back last Saturday, just before the show kicked off its live episodes. And a broken cable has caused severe damage at Puerto Rico's Arecibo Observatory, causing operations to be suspended for one of the largest single-dish radio telescopes in the world. I bring this up because it's been featured in the Jodie Foster film Contact and the James Bond movie GoldenEye. Scientists worldwide use the telescope to detect radio emissions emitted by objects like stars and other galaxies. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
He's for the veggies, he's for the meat. Josh, you're gonna watch what he eats, so keto. Everybody. Whoa, no more pizza or french fries. No more donuts or cream pies. Well, maybe one more for the road. Keto.
A tribute to Bob.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker, man. You know, for the last few years, I've been trying to sell my boat. And it's been hard enough without people like my neighbor running to the Homeowners Association saying my boat's an eyesore. Well, so's your wife, Mitchell. And now, 2 yards over, Ricky Mooner put his boat on the market for $500 less than mine. I called him up and threatened to sue him right to his face. He was like, for what? I said for boat blocking. You can't have more than one boat for sale on Trailer Grove Trace. It's state law.
That's not true, Donnie.
Shut up, Randy. Only thing you know about the laws, don't ask, don't tell. I swear to God, man. It's state law. Oh, and how could they prove it was solicitation of a prostitute when I gave that whore the money in a birthday card? Laws are hard. Hey, do you know if you get a hole-in-one at Putt-Putt, they have to announce your name? It's public record. And at restaurants, if the hostess screws your name up over the loudspeaker, you get a free appetizer.
It's appetizer.
No, it ain't.
He knows them all.
I swear to God, man. It's state law. Man, I probably know more about laws than anybody I know of. Like bars have to turn the lights on for last call. I swear to God they do. And do you know every dentist has to give a free toothbrush for each visit? Except in Rhode Island's where it's flossed. Food courts have to pass out free samples. And if it's chicken, it's got to be on a stick. State law. In high school, if your teacher makes a grading mistake in red ink, they can't change it back, even on your permanent record. Oh, and here's another thing. All rock and roll tapes have to have at least one kick-ass guitar solo. Clean it up, Scotty Winkler. That's my best friend Scotty on lead guitar. Todd Boner's on bass. Dusty Privet on drums. Man, the lead singer has to intro the band. I swear to God he does. That's what broke up Journey the first time.
He's read brown books. He knows them all.
I swear to God, man. It's state law. Hey, Hey, did you know every city has to have at least one radio station do 2 for Tuesday? They have to, and nothing beats a double shot of Whitesnake. And some laws were created because of me, like you can't reuse a pregnancy test. Truth hurts, don't it, Patty? Ferguson, yeah, you. Oh, and you can't leave bird feed on a bug zapper. Think it's a PETA thing. I swear to God, man, it's state law. And 1 out of every 4 strippers has to be named after a state, like Phoenix or Savannah.
Those aren't states, Donnie.
Shut up, Randy. What state was you named after? Oklahoma or Massachusetts?
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, Ken Tarmac. Mark Allison here with you. Hope you're having a great Wednesday morning. Hump day, everybody. Our resident geek, Jessica Alsman, will be zooming in, and comedian relation expert, that would be relationship expert, Allie Breen, also zooming in from either Atlanta or New York. We'll find out later this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. College football season took a massive hit yesterday. Big Ten and Pac-12, 2 historic and powerful conferences, succumbed to the pandemic and canceled their fall football seasons. Pac-12 Commissioner Larry Scott called the decision extremely difficult and painful. Major League Baseball, their first game in Buffalo since 1915. Travis Shaw, an RBI single in the 10th. The wandering Toronto Blue Jays settled into their new nest with a 5-4 win over the Miami Marlins. Other interleague winners, Cincinnati, the Yankees, the Cubs, Baltimore, Milwaukee, and San Francisco. American League winners, White Sox, Tampa Bay, Texas, and the Angels. National League, Washington, Colorado, and San Diego all win, and Pittsburgh at St. Louis postponed due to the virus. NBA winners last night at the bubble, Brooklyn, San Antonio, Phoenix, Boston, Portland, Sacramento, and Milwaukee. NHL playoffs, Calgary and Vegas win in regulation. Tampa Bay in 5 overtimes beats Columbus 3-2.
% on select models. Plus, get our exclusive 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty included on every new vehicle. Remember, if you're looking to do a trade-in, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Don't miss Hubler's model year-end clearance. Be sure to check out our all-new Honda Superstore and our fully remodeled Mazda store. Visit drivehubler.com. Offers may vary depending on manufacturer. See dealer for details.
Make your legal sports bet today at Bet Rivers Sportsbook, presented by French Lick Casino. Whether you like to bet on basketball, hockey, soccer, baseball, tennis, or auto racing, Bet Rivers Sportsbook has a huge number of betting options, fast payouts, and reliable customer service. Whether you're at the retail location in French Lick or online anywhere in Indiana, Bet Rivers delivers. Go to BetRivers.com to start making your legal sports bets today. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 1-800-994-8448.
Struggling with CPAP? Now there's Inspire, the only FDA-approved obstructive sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body to treat the root cause of sleep apnea with just the click of a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Visit InspireSleep.com to learn more.
A better tomorrow starts today with Wendy's breakfast. A tomorrow that says bacon, not bacant. Where fresh eggs reign like opportunity. Honey butter goodness is spread. And the Frosty is chinoed. At Wendy's, we don't ask what tomorrow holds, but rather, what will you hold tomorrow? Will it be the breakfast Baconator or the honey butter chicken biscuit? No matter what you choose, tomorrow's looking good.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Turn your scrap into cash. Take it to OmniSource, the best in metals recycling.
Yep, 620 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today, look for a high of 84. Partly cloudy tonight, low 65. Sunshine tomorrow, 86. We have 67 degrees right now.
Coming up, your shot at some serious cash on Q95. So be listening for a very special announcement, and it'll tell you exactly what you have to do if you're interested in some extra cash. And right now, who isn't? In fact, at any time, who isn't? Also, I'll remind you that we have a golf outing scheduled for September 16th at Top Golf in Fishers, a super fun place, and you'll be sort of semi-outdoors. Please don't jump off the edges. If you've been to Top Golf, you know how cool it is, and it's the perfect spot for
It's a super fun place.
For a special benefit for the Riley Hospital for Children. Details coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. I thought we'd revisit the Pat Godwin Song Challenge from yesterday morning in just a second. Right now, I'll introduce Chick McGee across the way at the sports desk. There's Josh at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. Willie is over there in the small room behind the glass. Also, equally socially distanced behind the glass over there, it's Christy Lee.
Yes.
And on the TV, it's Pat Godwin. Hello. Pat, he's in the other building. And, of course, Ace Cosby is our engineer. This is Tom speaking. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to revisit yesterday's song challenge. Pat was challenged to come up with a song about a news story. Did an excellent job. And for those of you that were here then yesterday, we'll revisit that. But right now, we turn to the sports page with Chick McGee.
A college football season took a big hit yesterday. Big Ten and Pac-12 both announced they will succumb to the pandemic and cancel their fall football seasons. Pac-12 Commissioner Larry Scott called the decision extremely difficult and painful, despite pleas from players, coaches, and President Donald Trump in recent days to play. 40% of major college football teams have now decided to not play this fall, a decision that'll cost schools tens of millions of dollars and, of course, upends fall football around campuses.
Man, oh man.
But they may play in the spring? Is that the...
That's the rumor that they're, you know, you hear all kinds of things.
And some of them have canceled all sports. Is that also correct?
Yeah, all fall. Big 12 and Pac, they have canceled all fall sports, both leagues.
Yikes.
Yeah. However, the Big 12 has said they are going to play. The ACC has said they're going to play football. Haven't heard anything yet from the SEC, but we will see what the SEC...
The Securities and Exchange Commission.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Bernanke and those guys are going to play football, but I don't think
a touch league.
I don't think I'd pay them.
Kissinger used to play, then he got pissed because he got tackled.
Listen to me, I told you. It was plainly in a cover two. What's your problem?
I broke my hip, you bastard.
Football is the ultimate aphrodisiac.
Remember that? You guys don't remember this. Kissinger was quite the ladies' man.
Yes.
I can't believe that. I never got that.
They dated Jill St. John, I believe.
Yes.
That's right.
Must have been that accent, because I don't know. Ugh.
Who knows?
Power is
maybe the smell of napalm.
Remember Jill St. John on Batman with Adam West, and they did the Bat-Tusi? Remember that?
I remember the Bat-Tusi.
They put like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, where you take that over your eyes. That's part of the Bat-Tusi.
Is that where they got that? Oh, I never thought of that. That's amazing.
Tarantino's stuck in 67.
The Bat-Tusi. Good for him. Wow.
Major League Baseball, the first baseball game Major League in Buffalo since 1915. Travis Shaw hit an RBI single in the 10th, and the homeless Toronto Blue Jays, now playing in Buffalo, their minor league team affiliate, settled into their new nest.
The Blue Jays are in there. Very nice.
Gotta love a sports writer's sense of humor.
5-4. I wrote that. 5-4. No, I didn't. Win over the Miami Marlins. Boy, I'm getting good at lying.
That's kind of scary.
Other interleague action: Cincinnati beat Kansas City. Yankees over Atlanta. Cubbies win. Willie, Baltimore, Milwaukee. And San Francisco also win. American League, White Sox, Tampa Bay, Texas Angels. I feel Tom staring at me. National League, Washington, Colorado, San Diego win. Pittsburgh and St. Louis, another postponed game for the Cardinals. Everybody's sick. Everybody's sick at the Cardinals. NBA winners: Brooklyn, San Antonio, Phoenix, Boston, Portland, Sacramento, Milwaukee. All aboard.
The bubble working, though, right?
The bubble by and large.
NHL, no one yet. Is that correct?
I mean, they had some early on, but they haven't in the last few weeks. Killing it. Doing great.
Why are they starting the game so late?
Not all games are starting so late. My team happens to be playing at 10:30 Eastern.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Most games.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they're a central time zone based team, so you'd think they would start them a little early.
Right, and they were technically the home team, so they technically should have started at Central Time, but nope. I guess they're on Edmonton time or whatever they're.
Oh, God knows what that is.
Yeah, I mean,
probably on the half hour.
Edmonton's probably, it's 47 minutes
it's
after
a joke.
Eastern.
Be getting letters on
From Edmonton?
Does ESPN have cover Korean football? Or does Korean?
Probably. They'll cover anything before they cover the NHL. Yeah, they'll make sure that they...
Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know what happened, but yeah.
It's football, baseball, politics, Korean soccer, and then NHL. Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
They are covering like Korean baseball and Australia. Remember, Australian rules football used to be the backbone of ESPN.
Early days.
Remember that?
Oh, check. One time I was at a bar after a show and they were playing Australian rules football.
Yeah.
I had no clue what was going on, but I was just drunk enough to have a great time. Just to pick a team to root for.
All right.
Woo! Wallabies!
Now, Canadian football, they have an extra, 20 yards? 10.
Well, there's a midline.
Yeah.
And then there's the 50 on each side of the midline. I think
so.
that's
It's
how
110 yards then? Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And then the end zone is gigantic.
And they haven't gone to meters just to make it more annoying.
Oh, that's a good. Maybe it is meters.
I don't know. I don't think it is.
I don't.
That would really confuse everything.
Well, we're really the only holdouts. The U.S.
That's true. The metric system.
Didn't they try to do meters in the NFL for one season and people lost their minds?
I don't remember.
I want to say in like 1980 they tried to switch to meters and it lasted for a game and a half, I think.
I know Tom and I, when we were in school, they tried to do this Celsius.
In the early days of radio, they insisted on the Celsius thing.
Yep. I think we were all pretty convinced we were going to be switching over.
Yeah.
And that would come up every now and again. That
I actually would say on the air, I hate Celsius and refuse to give the temperature.
Are you ready for me to blow your mind?
Thank you.
32 degrees below zero is the same in Fahrenheit and Celsius. What do you think of that?
That's a fun fact, Chick.
What is it in Kelvin?
I don't know who this Kelvin is, but
he's in a lot of cars.
A friend of mine had an Irish setter named Kelvin.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he a science guy?
Great dog.
Kelvin?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, great name for a dog.
Yeah.
Irish setters are so pretty.
Yeah, his dog was an idiot.
Well, they're known to be an idiot,
Yeah,
yes.
his dog jumped out of a moving truck on I-4.
Yeah.
Oops.
Once.
Oh, Tom.
Man.
He didn't jump anymore.
You're a bad host.
Didn't jump anymore. Anywhere.
You got an Irish tune for us, Matt?
Oh, man.
The Irish setter. Road rash of the Irish
Now, just
setter.
to pause from sports for just a moment.
We're not done.
I said to pause for just a moment. We'll come back with more. There are some teams in the Big Ten, for example, that have said they would like to pursue the possibility of playing other teams.
Good luck with that, Nebraska.
Both Ohio State and Nebraska have said that. Is that correct?
No. Well, Ohio State kind of can do whatever they want, I think. They're just too big for anybody to argue with them. I think Michigan would be the same way. I think those teams.
But they'd have to get permission of the Big Ten.
I would think so.
To get
that's
TV
part of
rights
being in the league, man.
Well,
Yeah. Why would the Big Ten ever give them the TV rights?
Because they'd probably get a percentage. I would think they'd get. I'd rather have some money coming in rather than none. Okay, well, we'll find out. These questions will all be out there floating around. Yesterday at this time, we asked Pat Godwin to create a song on the spot.
Yes.
About a news story. And as I recall, the news story was about a grandmother who got a tattoo.
Yep, right here.
At the age of 103. She got a frog tattoo. Not a bad looking
Dorothy
tattoo.
Pollock, yes.
And Pat, in the course of 45 minutes, composed this song. And we'd love to hear it again, Pat.
Well, I went back to the music of her day. When she was a teenager, this song was very popular. Maresy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey. Huge hit in 1944.
How about that? Wow.
By the Andrews Sisters. So I took that song and had some fun.
Was that her prom? Wow.
This is almost like a college course.
103. Wouldn't her prom have been?
I'm just kidding. It would have been way
like
back.
34.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wanted to. Never mind.
Oh, kids get tats on skin that's flat, but we're talking about a granny, a little old lady who got a tattoo. Her skin was stretched and ink was etched, a froggy on her boobie with a tongue catching a fly. Ain't it cute? Ain't it cute? If the notion is odd that Gram would tat her bod, if Grandpa was alive, he'd be pissed. But she felt free at the age of 103 and scratched tattoo off her bucket list. Oh, kids get tats on skin that's flat, but Granny has crepe paper. A little old lady who got a tattoo. Poor little froggy's tongue hangs down by her hoochie coo.
Yeah, I think she probably would have been the class of 34 or 35.
I didn't do the math. I was just...
Killing comedy with facts.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, let me take a look at that.
Also, everyone knows how happy Germany was between 1935 and 1944. Germany, great place to be around that.
She was in the United States, wasn't she? Moonglow, Benny
Wilbur
Goodman.
brings up a good point.
Moonglow, #1 song, Benny Goodman, 1930.
Moonglow. Oh, they slow danced to that.
Yeah.
That was the feel-up song.
Yep.
Here we are, as fresh as 1934.
A feel-up song.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever slow danced in your life?
Of course, but I've never heard
Top
this.
3 moon songs. Number 1.
Moon songs.
Moon dance.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
no question.
Moonshadow.
Moonshadow?
Nope. Number 2. How High the Moon.
What about Fly Me to the Moon, Chick,
Moon
sir?
River?
Oh, that's a good one.
Number 3. Moon River.
I love Moon
There you go.
All good.
What do you think of that?
Number 1, Bad Moon Rising.
Wait a minute.
That's a good one, too.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh.
Sure.
There's a lot of them.
There are a lot of moon
That
songs.
Benny Goodman song doesn't cut it. Doesn't make the top 10.
I'd have to hear it. I'm sure I have.
I will have to find it. It may be a little scratchy sounding.
Let's not find it. You're only making it worse.
But I was just trying to think. This woman is 103. What'd they play at her prom?
Yeah.
Moonglow by Benny Goodman was the #1 song.
There were probably no lyrics to that, right?
Probably. Tumblin' Tumbleweeds coming in at number 3 from the Sons of the Pioneers.
Now that's a feel-up song.
I am almost certain in that song you hear this.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, the number 4 song is one I bet almost anybody here can sing.
What?
Smoke Gets in Your Eyes.
Oh, there's a feel-up song.
They
That's a good
asked
one.
me how I knew
Wow,
her brassiere was blue. I'll never
Wow, that's amazing that song is. That shows a classic song when it lasted that long.
Number 1 song in 1921.
Yes.
That's what we're doing.
Well, what is it?
I Ain't Got Nobody by Marion Harris.
Oh.
I ain't got nobody.
When a skeleton dances to that, always hilarious.
Is that the one that David Lee Roth had the?
Yeah.
No, that's the old Louis Prima.
Just a gigolo.
Yeah.
But
Just
that's
a
the
Gigolo.
But
I thought those were 2 different songs that he put together.
Yeah, he goes for that song.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
It's a little mashup.
That's a great. That David Lee Roth tune is great. His version
so
of it, anyway.
wrong. Number 1 song in 1918, The Tiger Rag.
Tiger Rag?
Yeah, it's about Lady
Tiger Rag, oh tiger, tiger rag. That's how it goes.
That time of month. Yeah.
Tiger Rag,
Never mind.
Tiger King.
Tiger Rag, oh tiger, tiger rag. Wash him with a tiger rag. How do you clean a tiger with a tiger rag?
Didn't we have
Number 2 in 1918, Rockabye Your Baby.
Rockabye Your Baby.
That's right. It's amazing how these songs last. That's great. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. We interrupted sports for just a little musical interlude.
Number 4 on that list was Punch a Woman for Trying to Vote.
Hey.
It was a hit.
What are you doing?
It was a hit.
No,
we were having
number
fun.
4 is Women Ain't Just Property, I think. Is number 4.
We were going so well.
Yes, we were.
World record. Here we go, kids.
Oh, Jesus.
Times have changed.
They have. Then you know what? And thank goodness for it.
Thank goodness. We're just reporting history. We're not anything. Guinness World Record Group has recently shared the story of the two men who both broke the record for farthest forward flip, trampoline, slam, dunk.
What?
Oh, this is cool. You don't think this is...
Did you hear the voices of people agreeing with you?
Well, none of us have seen the video, I guess. So
Kerem Dagestani of Budapest achieved the title on November 4, 2017. He traveled 26 feet, 6.89 inches. That's still not as far as Bob Beamon jumped at the Tokyo.
No, but he's doing a forward flip and taking a basketball and dunking it through a hoop.
Yeah, you mean like they do at the halftime shows?
Yeah.
Like Boomer does?
But he's doing it without a suit on, without a mascot uniform.
I don't know. To me, the coolest part of a basketball game is watching the actual basketball game, not watching a guy use a trampoline to do a novelty act.
I like the guy with the, first of all, we're already well documented. We like the guy with the 5 puppets, right?
Oh, I love that guy.
That guy.
He can do his own chorus line?
Yeah, he can do his own line.
Have you seen that guy, Willie?
No, I like the guy with the little hula hoops and the dog. That's my favorite.
That's fun.
I like the guy with the chairs. He sacks the chairs up.
I like the guy who's selling me 4 beers at halftime.
What about the quick change lady?
Love
That's
that one.
amazing.
Love that one.
The quick change lady.
She changes her clothes like every 10 seconds.
Isn't there a lady who
How does she do that?
throws rice bowls in the air or something?
I don't know that one.
I don't know. The quick change lady, Josh, the guy like he takes this cape and throws it up, and by the time it comes down, she's got a new outfit on.
How does she do it?
It's something every guy would like his girlfriend or wife to be able to do. Hey, I was hoping to get to the game on time. Could you possibly change your clothes as fast as she can? But the guy with the standing puppets is great.
Oh,
it looks like 5 guys standing there, but it's just him wearing these big puppets.
All on a
so
stick.
you're saying these are all better than the forward flip trampoline slam dunk guy?
Yes.
Who did this 3 years ago, by the way?
Yeah.
No, Guinness releases stuff
I'm not interested in your excuses. You're giving us old stories.
Your excuses are your own.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll see you tomorrow at 4.
This guy,
right in that seat, okay?
This guy
you can
is
come up with some world records for me, okay? You got, it'll take you no time at all.
But the point is, we don't have to do a world record every day.
Certainly don't.
We do them when they come up.
We don't have to let you talk every day, but it's become an unfortunate tradition on the show. So you can take a fun topic and suddenly bring up domestic violence.
Shovel sand with a bottle cap, my friend.
The number 1 song was Slash Your
You're
Face.
the one who started that, and this old crab who got an ugly tattoo on her withering body.
Could we all just get along one
Could
day?
someone turn off the mic?
Tell the broad to shut up.
Trod through.
Who's the chick? I'm Sinatra now.
Have you watched that Sinatra special on Netflix?
Oh,
Pat?
twice on the weekend. I
Oh,
loved
it's
it.
so good.
Oh, there's a new Sinatra special?
Yeah, all or nothing at all on
Interesting
Netflix.
at all? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 episodes. They're great.
It's really good.
On a sad note.
Oh,
Well, okay, never mind.
No, what is it?
are you going to play friggin' Lemon Tree for us?
What on earth are you thinking?
Lemon tree, and the lemon flower is sweet.
Do you know how many people tweeted me last night going, oh, Tom's going to have a field day tomorrow?
Field day? I was a big fan. Trini Lopez has died, sadly.
I forgot.
And he was mentored by Frank Sinatra.
He was in The Dirty Dozen.
That's right.
Yes.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
We'll hear.
Wasn't he some racially insensitive, like Jimenez or something, or some awful?
What do you mean?
In the movie, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Jose Jimenez, the famous.
You're right. Yeah, Jimenez is not an actual Mexican name. Nobody in Mexico.
No, I think he's referencing the character Bill Dana who portrayed Jose Jimenez.
Did he get in trouble?
The famous astronaut.
Please stop.
He was not referencing that. Were you?
No. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with those stories and a lot more uplifting material.
Well, speaking of uplifting, if you're not uplifting in the manner of uplifting there, maybe you should talk to our friends at Roman, the pharmaceutical distributor. If you've lost your mojo and you think, I don't want to go to the doctor, I'm embarrassed. With Roman, you can actually visit with a real doctor. It's all done in a very discreet manner. Online, you get a free online evaluation by going to getroman.com/wood. What's this all about? Well, it's about treating ED. And after you get the free online evaluation, if you are indeed a candidate for these pharmaceuticals. A healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If the medication is appropriate, Roman will ship it to you with their famous free 2-day shipping. And a very special offer coming up in just a second. I want to remind you that this whole process, very straightforward, very discreet, very simple. GetRoman.com/wood. Complete the free online visit. Once again, you go to GetRoman.com/wood today. If approved, by the way, $15 off your first order of ED treatment. And, of course, the free 2-day shipping. GetRoman.com/wood, $15 off, and get part of your life back. GetRoman.com/wood. You've been thinking about it? Well, now is the time to do it in a very discreet manner. When we come back...
well, we might have more sports because I need an answer to this question.
What is the question?
That guy in the middle with his mouth stretched open. What kind of record is that?
It's got to be widest mouth or something.
I want to know all about that.
Wow, I hope it's about his mouth and not about what's about
this
his
is on the Guinness. This is the Guinness World Records page, and I was looking up the trampoline, and I was going to say, hey, it is kind of cool, but not now.
Okay, we'll find out next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hi, this is Ross Bennett, and you're listening to Bob and Tom every day, 24 hours a day, nonstop. It's always going to be here, and I can't sleep.
Hey, make sure you check out bobandtomstore.com for all the latest Bob and Tom gear. We've got hats, shirts, I believe sweatshirts as well, because, you know, sure, it's August and it's hot and you're not thinking about winter, but it won't be long before you'll need that sweatshirt for those cool fall evenings. Check local listings for weather. So check it out today, bobandtomstore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Joe Biden has chosen California's Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate, making history by selecting a black woman for a major party's presidential ticket for the first time in history. It's a move that fulfills the wish of Democrats clamoring to see a woman of color on the ticket. The 55-year-old Harris was elected to the Senate in 2016 after serving as California's Attorney General. With a coronavirus vaccine still months off, companies are rushing to test what may be the next best thing, antibody drugs that fight the virus right away without having to train the immune system to do the job. Antibodies are proteins the body makes when an infection occurs. They attach to a virus and help it to be eliminated. The drugs are concentrated versions of specific antibodies that worked best against the coronavirus in animal tests. They're being used to treat COVID-19 and for preventing infection in people at high risk of it. Results of key studies are expected by this fall. And shares are mostly lower in Asia after Wall Street pumped the brakes on its recent rally, breaking a 7-day winning streak for the S&P 500. Tokyo's Nikkei 225 index edged higher on Wednesday, while the Shanghai Composite Index sank 1.6%. Overnight gains for banks and industrial companies were offset by declines in big-name tech stocks like Apple and Microsoft. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 20.
Went walking with my lady a week ago last night. The air was warm and wonderful. The stars were shining bright. We laid down in the forest. I started to get face. when a big swarm of mosquitoes broke up our embrace. So get off when you're walking, get off on summer days. Get off and spray mosquito bites away. Get off on vacation, get off inside the sack. I got off in the grocery store, I never can go back. Jack and Jill Jaworski go camping every June. They crawl inside the sleeping bag and start howling at the moon. Jack was quite excited till mosquitoes bit his face. Jill, she got Jack off and killed the skeeters with the spray. So get off when you're camping, get off on summer days. Get off and spray mosquito bites away. Get off on vacation, get off inside the sack. I got off in the drugstore, I never can go back. You can't beat off. No, you can't beat off. Bring it down. It's the best darn bug repellent on your grocery shelf. You can't beat off. No, you can't beat off. If you spray off on the mattress, blame somebody else. I went down to the lake house, saw Muffy and Maureen. They took off their bikinis and applied the tannin cream. I strolled into the bushes to get a better view. I was lucky I got off, 'cause mosquitoes love to chew. So get off in the bushes, get off on summer days. Get off and spray mosquito bites away. Get off on vacation, get off inside the sack. I got off in the drive-thru, I never can go back. I got off in the drive-thru, I never can go back. No, I can't go back in there. Never, never again. In fact, my picture's on their bulletin board.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it. And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet.
647 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Quick update in the weather, Christy Lee.
It's going to be a cloudy day today. Look for a high of 84. More sunshine tomorrow, 86. 67 right now.
Thank you very much. I mentioned the golf outing. It's a little bit different because it's going to be not at a golf course, but at Top Golf in Fishers, Wednesday, September 16th. It's a benefit for the Riley Hospital for Children. Hope you can be there. When details, I guess, are all posted at Q95.com. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. The master of the Ace Cosby joke of the day, of course, is Ace Cosby.
Sure.
Hence the title. He's over there. We'll talk to him.
Coming up, right? Coming up
next. He's our engineer. We can do an early edition if you like. We have Chick McGee across the way in the
How about ya?
IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. It's Josh. Josh. Once again, celebrating 4 years on the Bob and Tom Show.
How about that?
Wow. There we go.
Unbelievable. What a man. 4 years.
Well, since you missed a couple days of the celebration, I thought we could bring it back today.
Sounds like a great idea.
With some more treats.
Greatest hits.
Christy Lee is in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Willie G is over there in that little room. And then in the other building, it's Pat Godwin. Hey, Pat, how are you? Good. Well, look forward to hearing from Pat Godwin. Another new song coming up today, I understand. But right now we return to the sports page.
Sports for Ace. Braden Point scored midway through the record-tying fifth overtime last night to give the Tampa Bay Lightning a 3-2 victory against the Blue Jackets. Game 1 of Stanley Cup, fourth longest game in Stanley Cup history, and the Bruins of Carolina were rescheduled for 11 a.m. So there you go.
Yeah. So we got free hockey last night and early hockey today.
And it's time for another. I couldn't find the picture that I was.
Stupid world
record. This according to Boyertown, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Northeast Pennsylvania, Pat? Or
No,
near it?
You never lived there?
Never lived there?
Dated a girl from there. But
sure.
Didn't hang out
Dated
with
a girl from Boyertown?
You and Robert
Or did you date a boy from Girltown? What's that old joke? No, it's that's dating and eating.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was dating a girl from Eaton. Never mind.
A Berks County teenager now owns this was set like 4 days ago. Berks County teenager owns a jaw-dropping honor in the Guinness Book of World Records. Philip Angus, he set the world record for the largest mouth gape.
Phil Angus?
Really?
And a whopping, I'm just telling you, 3.75 inches. There he is.
We did this.
We did.
Yeah, we measured this guy's mouth.
Because remember, we all
And then
had
we measured
small
ours.
mouths.
And his last name really is Angus.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a sister named Connie. Well, that'd be unfortunate.
Connie L. Angus.
Connie Lynn Angus.
Well, she'd be just tortured at school.
I couldn't find the one on the
Poor girl.
Guinness World Record page that had the guy. Boy, you could see all the way to his uvula. Crazy.
How about that?
And that's sports, Tom.
Didn't we measure everybody's uvula?
Yes.
Mouths, yeah.
Who won? I forget.
Josh just said that.
I know, but who won? Did
Ace and then
won?
you, yeah.
Really? Okay. Okay, the big mouth prize. Okay, thank you very much.
The big mouth prize, that's right.
And that is indeed sports.
That's indeed sports. Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Christy?
Well, Trini Lopez has died at the age of 83.
Oh, good run.
From complications of COVID-19. He passed away in Palm Springs, California.
Yeah, man.
Trinidad Lopez III was encouraged to change his name to help his career, but he felt proud of his Mexican-American heritage and kept it.
Good.
Some of the first concerts he performed were in Dallas nightclubs that did not allow Mexican-Americans.
Jack Ruby?
Sure.
Maybe. Lopez learned to play guitar after his father bought him a $12 Gibson acoustic from a pawn shop. Among his hits, If I Were a Hammer
and that guitar, that guitar
No,
belonged
if I
to
not if I were, not if I were a hammer.
If I had a hammer.
If I had a hammer, and there's if I were a carpenter, you could put those together.
There you go.
If I were a carpenter and had a hammer, I could get this job done. That's what I could do.
He wrote If I Had a Hammer?
No, he didn't write it.
He just sang it.
Oh, he sang it? Got it now.
But he actually had a hit version of it, and
It's pretty upbeat.
A trivia fact. That's the first song I learned to play on the guitar.
Oh, really?
Well, Tom, we have a surprise for you. Here's a guitar.
Yeah.
It's 4 chords, right, Pat?
Oh, it's kind of that
3.
Godwin knows this song well.
That live feel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Josh.
Yes. Yeah, Godwin has a showbiz story about that song, essentially.
Yeah, on Carnival Cruise Lines, we were having some problem with the sound, and then finally...
We need an intro to Pat Godwin's fantastic adventures and incredible life. Here we go.
So the head guy, after a week of problems, shows up. My name is Serge. He's from Russia. I will make sure everything is perfect for you. The right intro music, the right lights. I know it's been a bad week. What do you want to come up to? I said, no, don't worry about that. Just get the lights and the sound right. No, I'm here for you. You tell me what you want. I give you what I want. What you want. And I said, well, bring me up to Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I said,
that intro's awesome.
Started after the keyboard flourishes in the beginning and just get it where the drums come in. He goes, perfect. I got it for you. And I get introduced, and he brings me up to If I Had a Hammer.
It's Pat Godwin.
I hit the stage, and he's back there so proud of himself.
Oh, he knew he nailed it. He took care of you, got you everything you needed.
I'm sure you were gracious. You thanked him and just moved on.
I laughed all the way up, and it was a fun set. He was in a good mood.
Yeah, but If I Had a Hammer, great song.
That was always the song we sang at the last day of camp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, classic camp song.
Yeah. And easy to play, but this was a huge hit for Trini Lopez.
Lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon's flowery sweet.
Kind of sounds like If I Had a Hammer, doesn't it, a little bit?
That same kind of guitar tone.
Is it is it Trini or Trini?
It's Trini because it's short for Trinidad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's Trini. Trini Lopez.
At least in the Anglo pronunciation of Trinidad. So,
did you know he designed guitars that were played by Dave Grohl, The Edge, and Noel Gallagher?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he was a Frank Sinatra was a guy that really
loved
helped his career.
And he was an actor.
From Chick?
Dirty
Dozen.
Yeah, he was in Dirty Dozen.
And he was on Adam 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Speaking of me and my incredible life and amazing adventures, I live down like 5 houses down from the Mancinis, and Al Mancini was in the Dirty Dozen. This my algebra teacher's wife's brother.
Wow.
Al Mancini. What do you think of that?
So I'm sorry. Is this related to Henry Mancini, the great?
No, Al Mancini.
No. He was in the Dirty Dozen with Trini Lopez.
There was an actor in Dirty Dozen. He was one of the dozen. I don't know what his name is. He looked kind of like Trini Lopez, actually. His name was Al Mancini.
Yeah.
And who else was in it? Jim Brown, Charles Bronson,
Telly Savalas.
Telly
Savalas was a bad guy, crazy guy. Remember that? Yeah.
I don't think I've seen.
And Lee Marvin.
I have had no clue what you guys are talking about
It's a
for
movie.
80% of the show.
Oh, you'll enjoy it. You would enjoy
Dirty
the
Dozen, classic World War II movie.
Good flick.
With a sort of a classic American diverse group of men in this case.
Sure, yeah.
From various ethnic backgrounds.
Kind of like Hogan's Heroes? They were pretty diverse.
Wasn't
for the
John
time.
Cassavetes one of the dozen?
Yep.
I think he was.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, certainly a movie that was a huge hit.
I think if you consider yourself a cinephile, you have to watch.
Telly Savalas was
Dirty
Kelly's
Dozen.
Heroes, wasn't he?
I really can't remember.
No,
I'm putting them
that's
together.
that seems right. I don't.
Donald Sutherland, was he one of the bad guys?
No, that's Kelly's Heroes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. In any event, sad news. Rest in peace, Trini Lopez.
Ernest Borgnine was in the Dirty Dozen.
Oh, there you go.
And it does say Telly Savalas was in it.
Okay, all right.
Charles Bronson, Jim Brown.
Does it mention Ernest Borgnine as Clinton McHale and McHale's Navy?
No, not in this story.
Well, great PT-73.
Guess what I recorded off of Turner Classic Movies, Tom?
What's that?
The movie McHale's Navy that started it all.
Oh.
Well, that movie was made after the fact.
It was?
Yes.
Oh.
The television show was on, and then one summer they released a full-blown movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they may have made 2 of them. This is obscure. Okay,
right.
we'll move on.
Oh, Clint Walker was in Dirty Dozen. Remember, he was Posey. He was a giant guy. He was really, really nice and gentle.
George Kennedy was in it, too. I like him.
Oh,
Wasn't
sure,
he in
yeah.
Cool Hand Luke?
He sure was.
Yeah.
And we have a quick windbag update when we come back.
Come on.
Okay.
It involves Chick and Fahrenheit and Celsius or whatever. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, right there on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Go there and subscribe today. Join the other 100,000 Bob and Tom fans from across the world who are Bob and Tom YouTube channel subscribers. It's free, won't cost you anything. That's the best part, sitting around watching Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. What's that, Mark? Well, I tell you, it's 20 minutes of the best of today's show tonight. Just head to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, subscribe today, and you could be watching Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Trini Lopez, singer, guitarist who gained fame for his version of Lemon Tree and If I Had a Hammer back in the 60s, has died at the age of 83. Apparently, Lopez died Tuesday from complications of COVID-19. Lopez was mentored by Buddy Holly and Frank Sinatra and became an international star, performing in English and Spanish. Unlike Mexican-American singers like Richie Valens, Lopez rejected advice to change his name. He crossed over into acting, appearing in World War II drama The Dirty Dozen, the comedy The Finks, and was also on TV on One Adam 12. America's Got Talent topped the ratings last week, but faces the absence of Simon Cowell, who was seriously injured in that electric bike accident. Cowell is the NBC Talent Contest's creator and linchpin of its judging panel. He underwent surgery for a broken back last Saturday, just before the show kicked off its live episodes. And a broken cable has caused severe damage at Puerto Rico's Arcebio Observatory, causing operations to be suspended for one of the largest single-dish radio telescopes in the world. I bring this up because it's been featured in the Jodie Foster film Contact and the James Bond movie GoldenEye. Scientists worldwide use the telescope to detect radio emissions emitted by objects like stars and other galaxies. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I love to watch you as the jasmine wind blows through your hair, your bedroom eyes, your pouting lips. I just can't help but stare. You're in a satin nightgown, and I see your lovely curves. I hear somebody coming, and I drop my binoculars. Peeking through your window, I watch you get undressed. As you slip off your nightgown, my heart pounds in my chest. I think I'll break into your house and lie down on your bed, then dance around your bedroom with your panties on my head. I can't stop stalking you every minute, every day. I can't stop stalking you. Nothing in this world will keep me away. I watch you at the health club. I watch you at the mall. Last week I sat beside you in the airport bathroom stall. I know you really love me. Someday you'll say I do. Even though a restraining order keeps me 100 feet from you. I can't stop stalking you. Every minute, every day, I can't stop stalking you. Nothing in this world will keep me away.
Hey, 7:01 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. A quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today, 84. Partly cloudy tonight, 65. More sunshine tomorrow, 86. Currently 68.
Josh, what do you got going over there?
Well, this Saturday, Tom, UFC 252, and there's no better place to bet the action than on FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, for new users, sign up with my code, WFBQ, and get exclusive 25-1 odds on Cormier versus Mio to win their title fight at UFC 252. Pick either fighter to win, then bet just $5 for a chance to win $125. FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sports betting site. It's got a simple app. It's easy to find and lock in your bet, and FanDuel pays out in as little as 24 hours. Right now, use my promo code WFBQ to claim your exclusive 25-1 odds on DC versus Miocic at UFC 252 to win their title fight. Promo code WFBQ. Listen, you must be 21 and present in Indiana. New users only. Maximum bonus $125. Minimum $10 first deposit required. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. UFC 252 this Saturday. Enjoy it best with FanDuel Sportsbook.
Thank you very much, Josh. FanDuel. And there is some action again. And in many sports, some have postponed the action. We'll talk about that coming up. I want to remind you, speaking of action, you could win yourself $1,000. Pay close attention to Q95 throughout the day today. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's do ladies first, of course. Christy Lee over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yes,
Willie
sir.
G over there. Patty G over there. Ace Cosby over there. Chick McGee's just across the way in the big room with me. And Josh, of course, at the IHateStevenSinger.com. In the sidekick chair.
Hi.
We were discussing some sad stuff in the news today. Trini Lopez, or Trini Lopez.
Trini?
Apparently that's... I always said Trini.
I did too.
When I was a kid. The guy behind this song, which has kind of lived, I think, had a good life. He was also an actor. He died, sadly, of the COVID, but he was in The Dirty Dozen, along with, we mentioned a couple of these guys, Donald Sutherland, famous for his butt exposure in Animal House.
Yes, indeed.
And many other excellent movies.
Yeah.
The greatest football player of all time, Jim Brown.
In your opinion.
But
he kind of is. Yeah.
Josh, was Donald Sutherland, that's the dad in Ordinary People, right?
That's correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and Kiefer's dad in real life.
Sure, yeah.
And he is the voiceover god, among many other things.
Oh, yeah, simply natural or whatever.
But, yeah, you mentioned Lee Marvin, Charles Bronson, Telly Savalas, Ernest Borgnine, Jim Brown, Clint Walker, and Trini Lopez.
Charles, I haven't seen this movie, but I would love it if Charles Bronson is his character in Death Wish in this movie.
Well, I don't think Mr. Bronson was known for his tremendous range.
No, not really.
But as I've often said, range, very overrated.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
In an actor.
It is.
If you're great at one thing, yeah, Bronson always scary.
You know, The Dirty Dozen, the movie poster at the time said, train them, excite them, arm them, then turn them loose on the Nazis.
So this
Dirty Dozen.
This is like the Fast and the Furious of that time. They're just going to get 1 million celebrities, throw them in a movie, give them a C+ script, and let them rock.
Yeah, and it was a number of these guys were already pretty big actors, but not all of them.
Right.
Was it a breakout role for any of these guys?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Well, Trini Lopez, it was his first movie, I think.
It seems like Donald Sutherland played kind of a crazy guy, I think. That was kind of his first success.
And then he became a huge star
And then he went on
MASH
and stuff.
MASH the movie.
Right.
But, in any event.
Richard Jekyll, Tommy. He was probably on The Fugitive.
And defending Chick McGee's assertion earlier, I did go down the list, and about 40th on the list is Al Mancini,
Damn right.
who was Chick's neighbor's cousin. What was it again?
My second favorite teacher of all time, Mr. Morse, his wife, her brother is Al Mancini.
And he lived down the street from you?
He lived right down the street.
What a connection.
Yeah.
Do you keep in touch?
No, Pat Godwin, amazing event. I didn't do cocaine with anybody, but...
I never said that.
Yeah, no, I try to have an exciting
that
life.
escalated.
What did Mr. Mancini do after his Hollywood career?
Married Henry. No, wait a minute.
Borrowed money, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Hollywood's fickle
mistresses.
How
did we both get that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Henry Mancini, apparently a big fan of the art theaters.
I was asking Godwin, Henry Mancini, is that Hank Manzini from the famous Kevin Meaney set?
It is, yeah.
Look out, Hank Manzini. Here comes Eeny Meeny.
It's so funny that Kevin chose to call him Hank, as if they were real close.
Henry Mancini's probably got maybe 5 notes of one song that can be almost, well, at least for a certain
Oh, everyone would
almost
know.
universally identified.
My kids even know this.
Let me surprise Willie with it.
Right.
Don't tell him what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Tom's talking closed circuit.
I was hoping someone would notice that and pick up the slack.
He can't stand it.
Chick, could you imagine if one day somebody took all his little buttons away? What would he do?
I don't know.
I've had to suffer through that.
I don't know what he would do if someone took a breath while we were conversing. I don't know. I still don't know what the answer to that is.
Okay. Coming up, we have an excuse to play this. I'm very excited about.
Oh, God.
Ready?
These days, since I feel my life.
I love this song.
Right.
The year of the cat.
Never cared for it. I wish I did.
Great
From
piano.
a morning from a Bogart movie.
I wish I liked it. I do.
Where I walk around with lesser people.
Is that Al Stewart?
Gibberish.
Yes, Al
I'm an
Stewart.
English colonialist.
How dare you?
Now, Willie?
Yes.
Ready for the quiz?
Sure.
Okay. Hank Mancini.
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go. See if you can identify this song.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's God, is it Pink Panther?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't. I don't know.
What did I play? 4 notes?
Yeah,
You got it in 2.
It's one of those. It's like that and Jaws. They're just so
I was going
iconic.
to say, yeah, Jaws you can get
And
two.
the story I heard, a friend of mine, and a good friend of the show, one of the great bass players in the world, toured with Mancini forever.
Cool.
And he's got a lot of great Henry Mancini stories, but apparently Henry Mancini said that he made more money off the Pink Panther because when he wrote the song for the movie as kind of a joke, I guess he said, well, if they ever do a Pink Panther puppet, can I get part of the rights? So he gets royalties apparently to this day from anything Pink Panther, including the
Commercial for the insulation company?
yeah, I guess.
Wow.
So his estate now probably. But this is a great song. And these movies are, did they hold up? I haven't seen them lately.
Some of them do.
Yeah, some aren't good. Well, particularly when they still tried to make him after he died.
Well, Josh, it's funny. I have friends who, when you talk about Pink Panther, they think Steve Martin. They don't.
They don't. Okay.
Wow. And they love it. They don't
Isn't
think
that-
Peter
They
Sellers.
don't think Peter. Oh.
Isn't that in movie lore? Wasn't David Niven in one of the Pink Panthers?
Yeah, he's in the first.
And they
wanted to bring him back to loop, but he couldn't do his voice. He was too sick.
They brought in
Rich Little.
Yeah,
to do
amazing.
David
Yeah.
Niven's voice. But yeah, the Pink Panther movies at the time were hilarious. And
Yeah, most of them still are good.
Man, when Keto keeps attacking Clouseau, man,
boy.
he's hiding in the refrigerator,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
so ridiculous.
Very.
And the one guy's he can't. What's the word he can't get right?
Mingy.
Yeah, Peter Sellers. It's the word
have-
genius overused, but
Does your dog bite? No. I thought you said your dog. That's not my dog. Funny stuff.
oh yeah, this is great. So
He says hello to somebody with his nightstick and hits himself in the eye.
Yes. He kind of goes to salute them. Yeah.
He tries
I like
to be
the
really
parallel
cool.
beams.
Boink.
The parallel beams is one of the funniest sight gags.
It's
in
all
history.
coming back to me now. Right down the stairs.
no, so we're talking Pink Panther, and you mentioned Steve Martin. I was watching the Steve Martin Masterclass. Have you watched that yet?
No, I will.
That is amazing.
I bet. Yeah.
I mean, he's right there on my comedy Mount Rushmore.
Same.
Because he's done, I mean, his stand-up, incredible, acting, incredible, hosting SNL, and he's done everything.
And what's amazing is, and I'm going to be talking about Masterclass later, which is these classes you can go online and take. Not everybody who's great at something can teach it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, sometimes people who are really great at something can't teach it at all.
Right.
And we've all experienced this. And sometimes there are great teachers who might not necessarily be the best at something. Steve Martin is a great teacher.
Cool.
And if you're interested in comedy, his comedy masterclass is amazing. I'm going to be telling you about that coming up a little bit later on. Also coming up, I want to revisit. We have a slight update on the great story yesterday about the alligator / Why are you laughing?
Because it just makes me laugh.
It's got teeth as big as banana.
Yeah.
It was my favorite story yesterday. So I did some more research. There was an alligator / crocodile-like dinosaur that apparently ate most of the other dinosaurs around it, they think. I don't know how they know this stuff, but the quote was, it has teeth like bananas, which is very exciting to me, and I want to get back to that story. But could you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom Show, USA. It's me, Larry King. Good morning.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, listen, I heard you cats just talking, first of all, about the Dirty Dozen movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and of course, Charles Bronson was in it, and, you know, I do an occasional impression.
Do you?
I don't know if you knew that or not. Now this is Charles Bronson, Chuck, as I used to call him, in the movies Death Wish. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Why, you son of a bitch.
That's very good. You can get that taste of the Eastern European accent that he had. Just a hint of it. It's so subtle. Very well done.
Well, listen, I have a question for you. What the hell is a derecho?
Oh, that's that wind thing. I never heard that either.
I've never heard that term either.
Hey, Rachel. Yeah, they say it's a storm with a bunch of wind.
Yeah.
They say it sounds like one of the Marx Brothers.
What?
or she was on Friends. I can't remember. Not Groucho or even Zeppo, but the one you've never heard of before. The one that was farting all the time.
What?
The Rachel?
Very windy,
He
yes.
was kicked out of the group. You know you're gassy when you get Harpo to yell out loud. What crawled up inside you and died, Rachel?
Yeah, Harpo's not supposed to talk.
Yeah, he broke, huh?
Incidentally, I think DeRachel was also the first guy to carve a puppet who turned into a real boy and then turned into a bowl of ice cream.
What?
You remember that, don't you?
No.
Okay.
Pistachio?
Oh, pistachio. I thought it was Geppetto and Pinocchio. What a dumbass I am.
I got it.
Please do.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, why did they make up a new term for this? I mean, thunderstorm wasn't bad enough. Now we have derecho.
No, but it was specifically about the wind. I got a thing on my phone.
And did you go, what the hell is that?
But it said when it said winds up to 120 miles an hour inland, like it's like a hurricane.
I'm not familiar with this at all. What's going on?
There was did you watch the news at all in the last 2 days?
No.
It was a
Why would
massive
I do that?
There was a massive storm that blew through the Midwest.
I'll tell you this, I was last week years old when I found out indices is plural for index.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, no, that's where you keep the boats.
Yeah.
Indices?
Indices.
Right there by DeLand, which is down by
I used to live in DeLand, which is right near DeSea, and you keep the boats in DeSea's, of course.
Did you? Well, you know.
No, there was a windstorm that went.
Indexes sound fine.
And someone help me here. It went from
Iowa through Illinois and Indiana and Michigan.
Yeah, Chicago got hit really
Ohio.
Chicago got really bad.
120 mile an hour.
I had heard all that. I just hadn't heard that term.
I hadn't either. None of us.
No, you're
had.
lying. You hadn't heard anything because you haven't watched any news, have you? Well, just watching hockey.
What's wrong with that? Leave him alone.
He's trying to stay
No, I'm not
sane.
obsessed with the news.
Wait a second. Hey, excuse me, you know how the show works? Leaving Josh alone is no fun.
Okay.
Tends to be almost boring. I'll say it, boring.
I'm jealous of Josh. He doesn't
We agree, we're boring.
Yeah, no, it's not. But I had not heard that term.
Yeah, me either.
There are all kinds of cool weather terms.
Yeah, there are.
We learned a new name a couple weeks ago. Iciasis or
Isiasis?
I've already forgotten what it was. But could be.
The triangle.
But yeah, there's some cool weather terms out there, but that was the newest one for me. Doesn't that mean on the right in Spanish?
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
A la derecha? No? But never mind.
I don't know.
I do know this. We had a windbag. Chick McGee got up on his stand and had
Oh, no. What did I do?
We had about 40 windbags on this.
40?
Oh, boy.
You were talking about Celsius and Fahrenheit for some reason?
Yeah, 32 degrees below is not both same and both fells. Never mind. I don't believe I'm talking about it again.
You
but
hit
go
it,
ahead.
Chickster. You got it.
No, it's
apparently minus 40 is where Celsius and Fahrenheit meet. Not 32.
Okay, I was 8 off.
Speaking of being 8 off, when we come back.
Hey.
See what he did? He just attacked you.
No, I didn't attack you.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. That's the spirit. Embrace that. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Thanks for joining us on Hump Day, Wednesday, August 12th. Yes, we are here live. Social distancing. You got Tom, Ace, Chick, and Josh in the main room, and then Christy Lee and Willie off over here, and then you got Pat Godwin playing his guitar right around the corner where fudge is made, and we're all here having fun, and we're glad you decided to join us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show after this.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. College football season took a massive hit yesterday. Big Ten and Pac-12, two historic and powerful conferences, succumbed to the pandemic and canceled their fall football seasons. Pac-12 Commissioner Larry Scott called the decision extremely difficult and painful. Major League Baseball, their first game in Buffalo since 1915. Travis Shaw, an RBI single in the 10th. The wandering Toronto Blue Jays settled into their new nest with a 5-4 win over the Miami Marlins. Other interleague winners: Cincinnati, the Yankees, the Cubs, Baltimore, Milwaukee, and San Francisco. American League winners: White Sox, Tampa Bay, Texas, and the Angels. National League: Washington, Colorado, and San Diego all win, and Pittsburgh at St. Louis postponed due to the virus. NBA winners last night in the bubble: Brooklyn, San Antonio, Phoenix, Boston, Portland, Sacramento, and Milwaukee. NHL playoffs: Calgary and Vegas win in regulation. Tampa Bay in 5 overtimes beats Columbus 3-2. And the WNBA winners last night: Las Vegas, Minnesota, and Los Angeles. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. It's not really a joke. It's an observation.
Educational, too. Huh?
Educational. Okay.
Like, did you know in the Canary Islands, there are actually no canaries?
Oh, I did not know.
Kind of on the related thing. In the Virgin Islands, no canaries.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, yeah.
On your mark, get set.
Come on, Fred. Come on. I have to run faster. Come on, Fred.
And Fred Johnson finishes a disappointing 4th in the 100-yard dash.
Hey, Fred, what happened back there, man? You used to always beat me. What's up?
My trainer says it's excess gas.
Really?
Yeah, he says I'm bloated with excess gas, and that's slowing me down.
Here, try one of these. See if this will make a difference.
What is it?
It's a fart right anal strip.
Oh, yeah! Everyone has heard about the nasal strips that athletes wear to allow them to get enough air. But did you know that it's just as important for an athlete to discharge a sufficient amount of gas? That's why Frigaball Industries developed the Fart Right Anal Strip. Simply drop your drawers, pull out the adhesive bandage-looking device, and stick it to your buttocks. The Fart Right Anal Strip pulls your cheeks apart to create an optimum air passageway. Oh, wearing a Fart Right Anal Strip can make a world of difference in your performance.
A few days later.
Okay, Fred, I'm going to take you down again today, man.
I don't think so, Bill. Not this time. I'm wearing a Fart Right Anal Strip.
On your mark, get set.
Come on. Come on, do your stuff. Come on. Do your stuff.
And the winner is Fred Johnson.
Whoa. Hey, great race, Fred. Hey, look, you cut 0.3 of a second off your personal best.
Yeah, I cut more than that. Thanks to you and Fart Right Anal Strips.
Fart Right Anal Strips. Buy some today and see how they can improve your performance. No matter what sport you're involved in, Fart Right Anal Strips can make a difference. Hey, how about tennis?
Quiet, please. Miss Swenson to serve.
Oh, go!
He lines up the putt, and that one appears to be breaking our way. It's a no. Pirate, back to you. It's coming our way. Pirate, take it away, please.
Even weightlifting.
He's trying to lift 800 pounds. Let's watch and listen. He's done it. A new record for the deadlift.
More like something crawled up inside him and died lift. They ought to outlaw these Fart Right Anal Strips.
Fart Right Anal Strips. Help you to put underachieving behind you. Fart Right Anal Strips. Available in small, medium, and J-Lo.
It's a whistling kind of morning, Tom. 7:22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom
Whistle
Show.
Wednesday.
Wake up and whistle Wednesday.
Yeah, let's do that for 5 minutes. She's our
I lost my whistle.
Our whistling weather woman.
I lost it.
It's Whistly Lee. Oops, wait a minute. Boy, that was close. Sorry. Just do the weather, Christy. I'm about
Q95,
to
Fox
step.
59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy 84, partly cloudy tomorrow, 86, 68 now.
Okay.
68 went away from.
All right, stop it. It's unbelievable. Lamest joke ever. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see.
Why can't I whistle?
Go around the.
It's too dry.
But I have
That's what she said.
chapstick on.
Yeah, chapstick, you can't whistle.
Why don't you try
Really?
putting it on your lips?
All right.
That's Christy Lee. She's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Willie G is in the little room right next door behind the glass.
Top 3 driest women. Go.
Stop.
Sorry.
Pat Godwin is.
Sorry.
Pat Godwin is in the other building. I'm glad he's not. Glad he's not in here.
How about that, Tommy? Lee Radziwill. What about that?
You think she's dry?
Jackie Kennedy's
Jackie's sister.
What,
Yeah.
Why would you bring
Why
her
would you
up?
pick her?
Number 1 dry. Oh, she's famous for her dryness.
Really? I'd say Nicole Kidman.
I'm talking about her wit.
I have a
I'm
question.
talking about her comedy, her sense of comedy. She's very dry.
I have a question.
Huh?
Are you on pain medication?
Only all I can get.
I was wondering what would explain the
Top 3 dry women? You want to take part? Or?
Hey, Chick, after the show, you want to swap pain medication?
Absolutely.
Can I get in on that?
Yeah.
What do you got, Willie?
Darn right.
Now, Pat Godwin, who's in the other building. By the way, let me introduce our engineer, Ace Cosby. Good to see you, Ace.
Good to see you.
Of course, Ace Cosby coming up with the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Can we get it over with? It's like a trip to the dentist. Let's just do it.
No,
Tear the bandage right off.
Okay, we'll vote. I vote no. I vote we save it. Christy?
Oh, boy, you're putting me on the spot.
No, not her.
I want to hear it.
There you go.
Well, your vote doesn't count. Okay, Jeff?
Tom, I have more than one joke. I got a solid 45.
I'd like to hear 3 Ace Cosby jokes of the day today.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ace. Was my only friend yesterday besides Christy. Christy and Ace and Pat was there too, but let's be dramatic. Ace is my only friend on the show.
Whatever you say, hobo.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's your engineer, better voice than all of us friend, Ace Cosby with the Ace Cosby. I can't do without my music. With the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Ace, go ahead.
A weasel walks into a bar.
A weasel walks into a bar.
Bartender says, "You look mighty young. I can't serve you alcohol." "Then I'll take a pop," goes the weasel.
He had me. A weasel walks into a bar.
Yeah, I did.
I was struggling to see where it was going in my mind. Didn't see it.
Walks into a bar joke.
No, I love me too.
Yep.
That's what, about 5 minutes of your act? Just walks into a bar jokes?
I go to a lot of bars.
Okay, good. Very good, very good.
I like the idea that the weasel is ordering a pop because he is an alcoholic. And this weasel needs to stick to club sodas for a while.
Too young.
Oh, he's too young. He can't drink yet.
You can be a young alcoholic. Want me to give you a list?
No, I don't really want a list.
Free time.
That's really depressing.
Have we introduced everybody? Pat Godwin's in the other room. I want to hear the banana song coming up. We also have coming up I guess another Ace Cosby joke of the day. Is that correct? And a fascinating article about Blockbuster Video.
Oh, that's my favorite story.
The last Blockbuster store.
This is my first story. It's my favorite story.
It's going to have to wait, apparently.
Damn it.
Can you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's your old skipper, Captain Dave calling, huh?
Hey, Captain Dave. How's it going?
Well, good. Hey, I got a question for you. When the hell is Shark Week going to be over?
Sunday.
My God, why does anyone want to celebrate sharks, the a-holes of the sea?
Well, I think people enjoy seeing
They're fascinated by them.
You want to learn more about these fascinating creatures? Well, here's some shark trivia for you.
Oh, good.
Do you know that despite their name, a hammerhead can't drive a nail into a board to save its life?
Oh, really? Man.
Oh. Yeah, so they're absolutely no help with putting up shelves or framing a house.
Ah.
Nice to know.
We have to get their hammerheads.
Here's another one. Sharks can only swim forward, making them the worst parallel parkers on the planet. Yeah, did you know sharks can leap out of the water 10 feet in the air?
Wow.
Which scientists call a breach. Everyone else calls it, what the holy Moby Dick just happened? Now, here's another one. Now, this is not good news. Great white sharks can live up to 70 years.
Wow, incredible.
And they are bitey pricks every single day. All right, time for an intermission joke.
Okay, oh, good.
What do you call it when every gal in a women's prison gets their, time?
They sync up.
Shark Week. Ace,
Keeping with the theme.
use that one.
Oh, Ace, you can use that, he said.
Yeah. Here's a tag for you. What's the definition of the sounds of silence? bloody shark victims trying to high five.
Oh, geez.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clappy. Clappy's bowing and clapping over there. Hey, sharks can't blink either. Do you know why?
Why?
Because they're idiots.
Oh, that's simply too dumb to do it.
Yeah, Tom, do you know what smells like a ground-up surfer and the license plate?
I don't know.
A shark fart. Now, listen, I know at least a few of you aren't shark attack victims, so you still got hands. You can use them to change channels. Say no to Shark Week, you pussies. Ciao. And arrivederci, Nancy boys.
Boys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yesterday,
Thank you, Captain Dave.
Did you see the shark, the great white? It breached 15 feet with a seal in its mouth. It was unbelievable. I think they think it's one of the highest that they've ever caught a shark jumping out of the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very scary. Awesome. Shark Week. Well, thank you, Captain Dave. Did you get that joke you said you could use, Ace? That's very handy. This actually ties in with this request. This ties in perfectly, as a matter of fact, because I know, Josh, you're going on your annual fishing trip. Isn't that coming up in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
That sounds very insincere.
No,
Are you
I think
telling
he's
me
been talking off the air that they don't know how they're going to schedule it this year.
I thought you already went.
No, that was just a family lake.
You were right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is the Just the Boys fishing trip?
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen?
It will. We just we don't have anything planned yet.
Okay. What kind of bait do you usually use?
I usually throw some kind of spinner bait or
So you're really not helping me at all, are you?
What kind of bait do you want him to throw?
Oh, you know what? I like to throw worms.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
I had no idea what you were leading into. I just guessed.
What?
Fish and worms. Fish and worms. Everybody's wishing they had fish and worms. Find them in the garden, turn over a rock, slip them in your sandwich, put them in your sock. That's fish and worms. Fish and worms. Well, my big sister, she don't like my fish and worms. Big ones, little ones, they scare her to death. She was making chocolate shake, I dropped a couple in the blender. Now she's sitting around with bated breath from eating fish and worms. Fish and worms. Everybody's wishing they had fish and worms. Do your English homework. Underline a word. Circle direct object and transitive verb with a fish and worm. Fish and worm. Wrap them around a corkscrew. Twist them in some twine. Take them to the health spa so they can unwind. That's fish and worm. Fish and worm. Fish and worm. Well, I like doing everything you can think about the fish and worms. Cushy ones. The ones that wiggle and squish. There's only one thing I don't like doing with fish and worms. And that is, of course, to catch fish. I hate them fish and worms. Fish and worms. Everybody's wishing they had fish and worms. Find them in the backyard, underneath some leaves. Make them little dresses. Just leave off the sleeves. That's fish and worms. Fish and worms. Fish and worms. Fish and worms. Fish and worms.
Haywood Banks in the classic bait song.
I love that song.
I love it.
It makes me smile.
Inspired silliness, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just leave off the sleeve.
You put a little dress on the fish.
Yeah, the leave off the sleeves line.
Yes.
That's just poetry.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Haywood. Special request. If you want to make a request, Josh, I'll give you a slow pitch here. How does one make a request?
Well, text us. That's how I...
Now, yesterday you flubbed this one.
Right. So let's see. If I think about it too much, I'm going to flub it again.
Okay,
so
sorry.
I'm just gonna
What's the
muscle,
text number?
Muscle memory. 866... Or is it 888?
866.
866-262-8661?
That sounds right.
That sounds right. Dean, is that right?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Write it down.
I didn't need to for the longest time, but I will have to. And we actually got a windbag
Write
about
it
this.
down.
Yesterday, I couldn't remember the number at all, and Jason wrote in, thanks for not remembering the text number going into the commercial break, Josh. The first time I've ever been ready to take the number down. Now I can't even remember why I wanted to text.
How many times have you done that? You call someone into the phone, hey, Tom, what's up? You go, yeah, I was really important. I can't remember why I called.
Or you walk into a room and like, what did I come in here for again?
Well, every time you call, you don't expect people to answer, right? It always seems like you're taken by, hello?
I don't typically call you without, I usually text you and say, call me at your convenience. Because I know you've got a busy, important life. I don't want to intrude.
You take up more time, you read the stupid text instead of just calling me.
Yeah, the text asking to call can be one of the most anxiety-inducing things in the entire world.
Really?
Next to see me after you.
And it's also you do call me whenever you're ready. ... And ... implies that there's something that you're not saying.
Yep.
So it sounds like call me when you're ready.
Like
I'm going
right
to disown you. Is
yes.
What yes, that's
yes.
what
I'm going to disown you. ...
means ellipsis. It's just a pause.
Yeah.
It implies that there's something you're not saying is what most people think. And
is that in text lingo?
Yes, you should never use ... When you use ... in a text, that's basically a big F you to whoever you're texting.
I'd be interested to find out.
I did not know that, and I do that all the time.
So how much actual phone calls have dropped off in favor of texting?
Oh, tons, I bet.
Yeah, but obviously you shouldn't text when you're driving, so I will often leave texts that when you look at them later on, you go, whoa.
Oh, that's when he says...
that got auto-corrected.
Dictated, not proofread. He puts that on all of his messages.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Well, in case it's something important, I might be sending you perhaps some information about some rehab center. I want to make sure that it didn't get auto-corrected
pseudo-retirement plan?
Into Betty Chevrolet.
Betty Ford would be...
Autocorrect may,
that autocorrect is...
you never know what it's going to do.
Okay. Oh, my God, that reminds me of a letter we have. I'll have to read it in a few minutes about... It's the... what was you had the NBA story about the guy who inadvertently...
Donovan Mitchell.
What did he do again?
He accidentally went live while there was some sexual noises going on in his room.
And his phone was,
Remind me to remind you about that, about this letter I have. Now I can't.
What, again? Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Floyd.
I'm not really quite sure why I called.
See, now that's a phone call. Damn right.
Is he gone?
Yeah.
You couldn't remember what he wanted.
Man.
See, that happens to everybody.
Especially as you get a little older.
Yeah. I guess I could paraphrase this letter the guy got. Maybe this is it right here. This is it. Hey, hang on a second.
You ever check into a hospital and they start saying, and what's her number? And what's their number? I got no idea what their number is.
You got to look at your phone.
Got to look at your phone.
Look at the phone. You got to give me a minute. Now, hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Floyd.
I really enjoyed your forgetful phone call.
Thank you. Thank you. So did I. That was great.
I remember now what it is that I was called y'all with on the catch. Y'all was talking fishing today, you know.
Yes.
I had a fishing joke I wanted to share. I thought Ace might kick a shine to hear it. This old boy goes to his fishing hole. He out caught a lick of fish all day. And he looks over the side and sees this young lad of fishing just reeling it in left and right, you know. Got him a whole mess of fish on the streakers, real fresh catfish. He said, I got to figure out why he's catching these fish in the same pond where I'm fishing, and I can't catch me nothing on the... So he heads over to the side of the lake, you know. He said, I know I'm coming kind of in hot. Just wanted to ask you whether you catching the fish. I've been over there all day. I'm sunburnt and starting to kind of get pissed. He said, what's the key to you catching your fish? And young boy goes, brr, brr. He said, I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you. I don't know if I was in the stone. I'm just curious how you catching all these fish. One more time, he's at that time he hooked another. He said, this is something else. He said, I have to ask you now, I ain't walking back the other side till I find out. How in the hell do you catching all these fish? Finally, that old boy pulled his hand up to his face and spit. He goes, you have to keep your worms warm.
I don't get it, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, man.
Oh, thank you very much. That was great. Thank
It was
you,
almost
Floyd.
biblical, wasn't it?
Wait a minute. Can you get that?
Hey, Bob and Tom Show. Hello.
Hey, boys, it's your old camping buddy, Hokey the Bear.
Hang up the phone. Thank you very much. We have things we have to do. Coming up, we'll review some things in sports. We have a new song from Mr. Pat Godwin. And Christy, give me the teaser, please.
Oh, we have that ancient alligator story that you wanted to hear about with teeth as big as bananas if you missed it yesterday. Also, and we have an update on it. This was one of my favorite stories. My kids went nuts last night when they heard about this. We have an update on the last Blockbuster store in Bend, Oregon. They were doing something very unique and very fun.
It's been burned down, has it?
No.
That wouldn't be unique or fun, Josh.
Well, it's Oregon.
Oh, jeez.
That's where you're going.
That's Portland, but we'll...
Thank you very much. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Rolling through a Wednesday morning. It's August 12th, 2020. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day so far. I know I am, and I hope that you have a great hump day. Speaking of hump day, Allie Breen on the way. She'll be talking about relationships, and sometimes they deal with that topic or with that topic with other people. It's complicated, but it's also funny, and Allie Breen will be joining us later this morning right here talking about your relationships on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Joe Biden has chosen California's Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate, making history by selecting a black woman for a major party's presidential ticket for the first time in history. It's a move that fulfills the wish of Democrats clamoring to see a woman of color on the ticket. The 55-year-old Harris was elected to the Senate in 2016 after serving as California's Attorney General. With a coronavirus vaccine still months off, companies are rushing to test what may be the next best thing, antibody drugs that fight the virus right away without having to train the immune system to do the job. Antibodies are proteins the body makes when an infection occurs. They attach to a virus and help it to be eliminated. The drugs are concentrated versions of specific antibodies that worked best against the coronavirus in animal tests. They're being used to treat COVID-19 and for preventing infection in people at high risk of it. Results of key studies are expected by this fall. And shares are mostly lower in Asia after Wall Street pumped the brakes on its recent rally, breaking a 7-day winning streak for the S&P 500. Tokyo's Nikkei 225 index edged higher on Wednesday, while the Shanghai Composite Index sank 1.6%. Overnight gains for banks and industrial companies were offset by declines in big-name tech stocks like Apple and Microsoft. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
He's for the veggies, he's for the meat. Josh, you're gonna watch what he eats, so keto. Everybody. Whoa. No more pizza or french fries. No more donuts or cream pies. Well, maybe one more for the road. Keto.
A tribute to Bob.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a hot pocket, so you know where I'm going.
We met at the convenience store. She had been there for a while. She had a great big bottom. It was blocking the candy aisle. I asked her if she'd like to go and grab a bite to eat. We climbed into my pickup truck, and she took up most of the seat. She wore a Molly Hatchet t-shirt, had tattoos underneath. She had a huge beer belly and some of her front teeth. I leaned over and kissed her. She told me not to stop. I knew one thing for certain as I felt her climb on top. She had a crush on me. She had a crush on me. I can't breathe. I barely weighed 100 pounds. She weighed close to 3. And now my pelvis ain't where it used to be. She had a crush. She had a crush. A crush on me. Sorry about the finger, baby. I didn't know it was your armpit. Wait, don't stop. I know I'm in there somewhere. I swear to God I am. That night I took her home with me. She stayed about a week. I did her on my water bed till it sprang a leak. That girl had quite an appetite. She ate like a Marine. The sex was always dirty, but her plate was always clean. She had a crush on me. Is that gravy? She had a crush on me. Yep, it's gravy. Lord, you know I did my best to keep her satisfied. She liked her above and steaming, and she liked her chicken fried. She had a crush. She had a crush. A crush on me. Baby, I love you, but your ass just turned the dome light on. And one day we had a fight. She packed up all her clothes. She grabbed a meatloaf sandwich and a bag of Oreos. She said, I won't be coming round no more. She took a bite as she waddled.
Oh, did you hear him? Tom, marry me, Tom. 7:45 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
And now the mellifluous voice of Christy Lee with the weather forecast.
Well, we have cloudy skies expected today with a high of 84. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 86, 68 right now.
Thank you very much. Info about the golf outing, Q95.com. And keep listening for more cash. Let's see, where was I? Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
How about ya?
Doing fine. Thank you very much. This is Tom speaking. That's Chick. How about youing? And then we have Josh over there, Willie over there. Let's see now. Christy's over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Ace Cosby is our engineer. Coming up, apparently another dose of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. And Mr. Godwin is in the next room, ready, willing, and able to do some songs for us. Yep. Have a couple more requests coming up. You can always reach us, by the way, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com in the world of email. Love to hear from you. Got this?
Okay.
This just in?
Now, Willie who was the basketball thing? What happened again with this guy in the phone? And
Donovan Mitchell went Instagram Live, and I guess there was no video, but you could hear audio of someone making sexual noises, I guess is how you could say it.
And they didn't know if it was him having talking with a woman or it was his television playing.
Received this from someone. We'll just call him Mr. M.
Okay, Mr. M.
A friend of mine is a truck driver. Earlier this year, he was out of state, sitting in his truck at night, looking at Facebook. Mm-hmm. He looked up and saw a lot lizard. Excited, he put his phone in the holder. Many of us have the...
the holder for our phones? Sure, absolutely.
You look like one of those guys has a phone holder.
I have one.
Yeah,
cup holder.
I bet you do.
It's very handy if someone's Facebooking you. What is it? FaceTiming you, rather?
You FaceTime in the car?
Here's where you, Tom. Here's where you say, "Whoops."
Oh my! No.
I'm not looking at it, mind you. In any event,
Would you FaceTime?
where were we? Where were we in the story? Oh, our friend the trucker.
Yes.
Saw a lot lizard, and he had been looking at Facebook. According to this news account, he got the young lady in the cab and inadvertently was streaming everything live to his, I'm reading verbatim here, mom, dad, sister, adult daughter, grandmother, and all of us non-family friends.
Oh, wow, this is the funniest felony someone's ever written in about.
Wow.
But not to his wife, though.
No.
Apparently,
She doesn't follow him on Facebook.
Yeah, there you go.
The event lasted.
Sounds about right.
The event lasted 20 minutes.
Ooh.
Some of
Got
the
his
comments
money's
were
worth.
quite funny. When his grandmother repeatedly posting, he needs to find Jesus. So I guess that's a little lesson for everybody out there. Be very, very careful. We've got a couple more requests. And now, Josh, if you want to make a request, how does one do that again?
Yes, send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com, or text us, 888-262-8661.
Okay,
Look at you knowing the number.
This is a very short one, and it's based on the Ace Cosby joke of the day from just a few minutes ago, and here it is.
Hello. You've reached the Animal Walks into a Bar joke hotline. Here's today's Animal Walks into a Bar joke.
That's a recording.
A horse walks into a bar.
Right.
The bartender walks over and says, "Hey, bud, why the long face?" Thank you. The Animal Walks into a Bar joke hotline.
So just one per day?
That's it.
One joke per day.
Okay, there you go. And walks into a bar joke hotline for you now.
And
then,
isn't the update as the horse says, "My wife just died" or something?
Well, I had.
You added that, right?
Yeah.
You tagged it there, John?
You're the only one. You and I are the only ones who
Wait,
like
the
that.
only one laughed? Okay.
yeah, I'm noticing that. I can top that. That's quite clear.
You can top that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had no idea, but here it comes. It's Ace Cosby, our engineer, with another episode of the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
A horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey." Horse says, "You're in my mind."
All right.
Hey, get it?
Hey.
Like straw. Hey, something
That's what
different.
they eat, yeah.
Okay. Now, another request real quick. This is a song that I think many of you are experiencing. A lot of great people out there doing real nice work, cleaning up the roads, but occasionally it gets a little bit frustrating for all of us. That's what this song is about. Todd Yon one of the great live performers in a studio version, if you will, of that song, with strings and everything.
Yeah,
isn't that nice. All real strings, by the way. It's violins, violas. You okay over there?
You're right.
Okay. Choke.
Arms up.
Go, Chips, go.
It wasn't the heart that took him out. It was a potato chip. Now,
I think that's how he'd want to go.
An errant chip with a smile on my face.
You thought about that, Josh?
How I want to die?
Yeah. I'm sure there are certain ways you don't.
Top 3 ways to die.
What is wrong with
Falling
you?
out of a plane into the gears of a combine, right, Joshy?
Who would have thought Pamela Anderson would have slept with him? Died with a smile on his face. Caught fire down in the groin area.
Wow.
This is supposed to be a happy morning type program.
Is that because she's dry?
Way to bring back the theme. Do you want some tea? I've got some nice tea over here.
Really choked there. Man, oh man. Yeah. Are you okay?
No.
All right, we'll take a drink.
All right. You can go and turn your mic on.
There's more rum in this than I thought.
Now, Chick just had a, can we call it a heart procedure? What do you mind?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind talking about
the plumbing? Yes, I do. Now,
you don't have to talk.
What are you going to do now?
Listen, we have as
no, I had a stent placed.
As Dick Hitzwater would say, we have hippo laws, and the hippos.
Laws, yes.
Hippo. You don't have to talk about anything, but you had a new stent put in.
Yes, I had a new stent. Yes.
Okay, that's
a new stent. A new stint with a stent begins.
Very good.
Chick, you do all your own stent work.
That's right. I insist on doing my own stent.
God, that's so funny. Can you imagine if some guy actually did that?
You couldn't do your own.
I know you can't, but who was
Iron Man?
Tom Cruise.
Robert Downey Jr. operates on himself.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Sure does.
Darn right he does.
God, someone was telling me their dad was a vet, and he would put stitches in himself on occasion, and them a lot. What? I know what I'm doing here. I'm a doctor you're just like a doggy. I can sew up your
Vice versa, doctors that stitch up their dogs. I've been a part of that.
Yeah, wow.
Hold him still.
Now, so you're feeling fine though now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Now, let me ask you this: Did your any of the physicians that were consulting in your case give you any advice about say drinking in the future?
No, they said that was fine. A drink a day is fine, and
one.
They
say a drink a day. I mean,
one an hour.
Oh no, okay.
And then they said stay out of stressful situations.
Right. So what do you mean like?
Can we let Doc Holliday take a break? And
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Coming up, we have the backsides of cows in the news in a really interesting scientific experiment that is apparently working involving the butts of cows.
Oh.
And also in the news coming up, we have a bleach. And have you ever heard of virtual clothing, Josh?
No.
Well, it's a real thing, and people are paying big money for it. We'll come back with that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, DOD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission, insured by NCUA. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Hey, just in case you missed today's show or want to hear it again, we have that for you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7 with the all-day replay starring Christopher. That's right. Bob and Tom's all-day replay begins at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 10 a.m. Pacific Time. We'll replay today's show back-to-back and then again back-to-back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. You're welcome.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Trini Lopez, singer, guitarist who gained fame for his version of Lemon Tree and If I Had a Hammer back in the 60s, has died at the age of 83. Apparently, Lopez died Tuesday from complications of COVID-19. Lopez was mentored by Buddy Holly and Frank Sinatra and became an international star, performing in English and Spanish. Unlike Mexican-American singers like Richie Valens, Lopez rejected advice to change his name. He crossed over into acting, appearing in World War II drama The Dirty Dozen, the comedy The Finks, and was also on TV on One Adam 12. America's Got Talent topped the ratings last week, but faces the absence of Simon Cowell, who was seriously injured in that electric bike accident. Cowell is the NBC Talent Contest's creator and linchpin of its judging panel. He underwent surgery for a broken back last Saturday, just before the show kicked off its live episodes. And a broken cable has caused severe damage at Puerto Rico's Arcebio Observatory, causing operations to be suspended for one of the largest single-dish radio telescopes in the world. I bring this up because it's been featured in the Jodie Foster film Contact and the James Bond movie GoldenEye. Scientists worldwide use the telescope to detect radio emissions emitted by objects like stars and other galaxies. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Declaration of my feelings for you. Elaboration on those feelings. Description of how long these feelings have existed. Belief that no one else could feel the same as I. Reminiscence on the pleasant times we shared. And our relationship's perfection. Wow. Recounting of the steps that led to our love's dissolution, mostly involving my unfaithfulness and lies. Penitent admission of wrongdoing, discovery of the depth of my affection, regret over the lateness of my epiphany. Title of the song, naive expression of love, reluctance to accept that you are gone. Request to turn back time and rectify my wrongs. Repetition of the title of the song. Enumeration of my various transgressive actions of insufficient motivation. Realization that these actions led to your departure and my resultant lack of sleep and appetite. Renunciation of my past insensitive behavior. Promise of my reformation. Reassurance that you still are foremost in my thoughts now. Need for instructions how to gain your trust again. Request for reconciliation. Listing of the numerous tasks that I'd perform. Of physical and emotional compensation. Title of the song, naive expression.
One at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee's got the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Cloudy today. Look for a high of 84. We'll clear up overnight down to 65. Partly cloudy 86 tomorrow. Still holding at 68 degrees.
Now, Christy, you come into work every day, do a great job. Do you know what to do if you happen to get injured at work?
Yeah, I reach for a hammer.
No, I'm sorry. That's not correct.
No, not correct at all. Good for nails, not work injuries.
That mic is hot. That's for sure.
Call someone that says it's easy.
No.
Oh,
sorry.
My dear, no, not easy. Work injuries complex.
No.
Ask someone what my case is worth.
Oh, look,
I'm
to
so
find out what
sorry.
your case is worth, where should they go, Tom?
Well, first of all, I think someone needs to treat that wound. It's Galitko and Daly. These are the attorneys that specialize in work injuries. OSHA trained. You know these guys. And here's the important thing. Shut up. She wants help. It's always the right answer. You go to IndianaWorkers.com. That's right, IndianaWorkers.com to get hooked up with Galitko and Daly because they go to work when you can't. I think you can keep working, Christy. It's only a flesh wound. Smells like barbecue, doesn't it?
It does.
That's not weird. Galitko and Daly. Welcome back to the Bob Show.
My kids love that.
Let's see, where was I? Okay, I know. Ace Cosby's our engineer. Coming up, a third edition of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day sometime soon. I'm very excited. Chick B's at the Sports Desk. This is Tom speaking, and the last man in the big room is Josh at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair because, hey, the way things have been going in the world right now, maybe just a random gift out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Hey, look, baby, here's your set of earrings from IHateStevenSinger.com.
That's right,
Yeah, because she knows you're not cheating.
Oh, you think that's the...
What?
No, you couldn't be cheating during a pandemic. You got your home all the time.
It would be if you were
it's
cheating.
A sweet gift.
Dad, if you were cheating, it would be so funny how anxious you would get all the time.
I'm anxious right now in regular life.
I know.
Just talking about it.
Yeah, you could never hide that.
My only safe place is the car wash.
Really?
God, I love the car wash.
Yeah, they're too short, though. The car
I
washes.
love the car wash.
I do, too.
You got to be really quick if you're cheating in the car wash.
No. I misspoke. No, I just meant being in the car wash.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Just kind of, it's sort of like a little moment of prayer, kind of.
You always take a phone call?
Cleansing?
No, I don't like to be in the phone. Although occasionally one is in the car wash, unfortunately.
Yeah, one finds one's cell phone, one's phone.
Yes.
Yes.
It's perfectly legal.
FaceTiming?
Great song. By the way, we just read the article about the guy. The letter, the guy was, the trucker was just reading his Facebook page, had an encounter with a lot lizard, inadvertently left his phone on, and it was being broadcast to his family and friends. Apparently got 100,000 likes from
I bet he did.
A lot of people dug that. Okay, where was I? Oh, I know.
Boy.
Pat Godwin is over there. Pat, is your guitar emergency over?
Yeah, it's over.
Okay, good. And then we've been joined by the lovely Jessica Alsman, also
Hello.
broadcasting
Jessica.
from her home. Hi, Jessica. And
Not
Willie
doing
G.
it with a lot lizard, though. Sorry.
What'd you say?
Said I was not broadcasting live, doing it with a lot lizard.
Okay, very good.
Ignore me. Carry on with the show.
You'd get more than 100,000 hits if you were. I guarantee it.
I suppose there is are there a lot lizards that specialize in the distaff side of truck driving?
Well, there are female truck drivers.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure they're, you know.
Is there
business,
are the
Tom.
fees the same? Is the glass ceiling?
I don't know. That's a very interesting question.
We are
I don't know.
dangerous waters.
No, I'm sorry. It's reality. Let's move forward here. We've been waiting for Christy to get a little bit more news over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. What do you got, Christy?
The world's last blockbuster is being turned into an Airbnb. Manager Sandy Harding listed the store in Bend, Oregon onto the site and wrote in the description, when you call dibs on this stay, you're booking a night back in the 90s. But this time, you won't have to beg your parents to rent the latest horror flick. We'll give you keys to the entire store.
Whoa.
That's right. All the movies are still in the store and on the shelves. On August 17th at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Bend area residents will be able to request a one-night reservation on either September 18th, 19th, or 20th through Airbnb. I read, is this only going to be for 3 nights? Because this seems like a great idea.
They could sell this 1,000 times.
God, yes. The sleepover will cost you just $4.
$4.
The same price as a typical movie rental back in the day. But, Josh, The renting of the movies will be an additional $3.99 a piece.
Still a bargain.
Heck yeah. They have a couch set up.
They'll
they
have
a
thousands
bed.
of people.
Didn't they have like Raisinets and stuff you could buy? And
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have no idea how much money I made my dad spend going through the candy aisle by the checkout at Blockbuster. Can I get this? No, just this. Just one thing, please.
Willie, do you remember this?
I have to have it.
One of the things about Blockbuster that I loved, the one that I would go to, there was one guy.
Didn't you have your own sommelier?
Yeah, no, really. This guy knew he would grab movies for me because he kind of knew that my taste, and mostly the kids' taste. He goes, they'll like this one. And same with games. He would go, hey, this is this new game. I've been hanging on to it for. He was like a wine sommelier.
Yeah.
And I kind of miss that. I mean, I guess there's a digital version of that now, but
It's not near as personal.
yeah, the Blockbuster was really cool.
Oh, both of my kids, when I read them the story last night, they were like, can we go? Can we go? I mean, they were so excited about it.
First of all, this is a very small promotion, but it's made the international newswire.
They need
it. It was everywhere yesterday afternoon. So good move.
It'd be so great for a huge slumber party.
Yes.
Whether you're in junior high. Like, I would love that.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
But, of course, you have to wear masks and all that stuff.
Well, that's right now. It's not going to be that way forever.
If there's only reservations for 3 nights, does that mean that it's going to be a different group staying there each night? And I'd imagine this would be like a cleaning crew for that turnaround.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I'm sure they'll do a great job.
And the thing I heard, there's also a closet full of denim clothes. Did you guys hear that too? About
No,
this story?
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, I heard that there's a closet full of denim clothes that you can try on.
Really?
Because apparently, I guess, in the early 2000s when Blockbuster was on the way out, an executive tried to push that they should sell denim inside the stores. So I don't know if that's connected, but it seemed very interesting.
Wild.
Yeah,
That does sound wild.
Well, Blockbuster, they must feel so bad because I think Netflix, I think they tried to sell themselves to Blockbuster and then they said no, and then Netflix just took over.
It's kind of
I do remember that story, yeah.
But I guess so. You can stay at this, or there'll be thousands of people trying to stay at this particular Blockbuster, the last one. I heard that Redbox is doing a similar thing. You can stay in one of their machines for $2 a night.
Wow!
But you have to bring your own tent
all over the country.
You're going to have to be thin.
Now, are VCRs making the same comeback that cassettes are making?
At Ace's house, they
vinyl
are.
records.
VCR?
Do you ever go to the stores that have the used VCR tapes? What are they? VHS tapes. What are they going for these days?
I was in a Goodwill about a month ago, and
like $1 a piece.
I didn't look at the price really. Just
There are quite a few of them.
yeah.
Okay. Now we have. Never mind. I can't do this till a little bit later on. So.
All right. Dunkin' Donuts is in the news today.
Here we go. Hey. Dunkin' Donuts.
They are launching a breakfast cereal line. The coffee and donuts empire collaborating with Post Consumer Brands on 2 new breakfast cereals based on 2 of their more popular coffee drinks, the caramel macchiato and the mocha latte. A serving of cereal has about as much caffeine as a tenth of an 8-ounce cup of coffee. So you're not going to get much caffeine, but you'll get the taste of one of their coffee drinks.
Or you can pour your coffee on the cereal.
There you go.
That would be very tasty.
The internet's gone crazy with this donut cereal. You can make little mini donuts and put milk on it, and you've got your donut cereal.
Yeah, I've seen that with little pancakes.
Yeah, little teeny tiny.
They drip. You just drip like drops as opposed to.
Breakfast is making a lot of news lately. We had the story last week about the macaroni and cheese for breakfast.
And on my Twitter feed yesterday, there was a commercial announcement for Kraft macaroni and cheese breakfast. It's not for dinner anymore, type of thing, yeah.
All right.
You know what sounds good? Some sort of breakfast taco with mac and cheese in it. Ooh. I've been dreaming about that for a few days.
That does sound good.
Taco.
All right, put me in that dream. Yeah.
Maybe a nice flour tortilla with mac and cheese base, and then some scrambled eggs and some hot sauce.
Bacon. Yeah, that's exactly what Josh.
Have your brother get on that. He's a chef.
You guys, I got to tell you, I recommend that everyone moves next door to my brother Sam. He'll just stay at home, and he makes me he'll walk over. Hey, I got a cheeseburger for you. Hey, I got a whole pizza for you. Sorry, this was the experiment pizza, so it's a little undercooked on one side. I loved it. It is the best.
You missed Taco Tuesday at my house last night.
Oh man,
that was very good, very good. Now I've created a kind of a breakfast thing.
What would you do if we showed up at your house? Well, I guess now with the virus, but I mean, You'd say, leave, get out. You wouldn't let us in.
I'd let you.
Taco Tuesday or not? No, you wouldn't.
No, you would not.
Chick and I have often joked about that. Sometimes we'd be hanging out together, and I'm just go, hey, let's just go to Grill.
We should go over to Tom's and just sit in the front.
Go to Griswold? And we would just kind of laugh. And I was just doing a pop-in.
Keep an eye on the curtains. You see the curtains open real.
Security comes in. We came close to doing it at 2 in the morning one time.
Oh, yeah.
That would have gone over well.
Exactly right.
Well, he would have been getting up.
Yeah, that's right. He hasn't slept since 1989.
That's right.
Dog's out.
And you're familiar with putting your hands up over your head.
Are you okay with the pop-in? That is something that's really gone away.
Not. No.
What about you, Chick?
I'm okay with that.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay with a pop-in.
You are.
Who's ever popped into your house?
No one. But, you mean the package deliverers, pop-ins like that?
No, I mean if I was out driving around and I just, hey, there's Chicks, let's go by and say hi.
No, I just won't answer the phone. Answer the phone or the door.
Christy, when I lived in Boulder, I lived across the street from this bar that everyone would go to on Tuesday nights. And so every Tuesday night, every person I'd ever met, hey, we're just coming to check in, see if we can hang out for a little bit. And it was fun at first, and then I came to just hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever done the pop-in to someone else? Hey, how's it going? I just thought I'd stop by.
I think it's something that's really gone away.
Yeah.
It used to be quite frequent.
With cell phone technology, if you'd always either call. You know me. We were just
Text
talking about
ahead.
that. I don't even call people anymore. I text them and say, "Call me at your convenience."
He would, when I was crashing in my little sister's bedroom, my dad would go one more than all of this. He would text me before he popped in to knock on the bedroom door.
Well, he knows.
Josh, rightfully so. He should have been.
Josh, you want to keep your hands off yourself.
You want to explain this? It's the same reason we don't have a black light at my house. You want to hear about my invention?
Nope. I mean, yes.
I like my pancakes very thin, as you know.
And you're a pancake guy. You don't have any.
Well, then
room
why
in
don't
your
you make
life
crepes?
for waffles?
I've come around. I do occasionally have waffles because we do have a little tiny waffle iron. But I'm a pancake. Take your pancakes.
Yeah.
Then take.
Hold them between your knees.
No, then take your scrambled eggs and make sort of a line of scrambled eggs in the middle of your pancake. Put your bacon on top of that or sausage. Roll it up, and suddenly you have
a breakfast taco.
A breakfast taco.
Yeah.
Or a burrito.
Or a McGriddle.
The technical aspects of this. It's absolutely delicious.
I don't want to mess with your sorry ass.
Coming
just go
up,
to McDonald's and get me the McGriddle.
Coming up, we have my favorite story of the week, which of course involves the dinosaur-like crocodile/alligator with teeth, the size of bananas.
Boy, that's.
God, it's the greatest. We'll get to that again coming up. Right now, I want to talk about something I'm just getting into that is so cool, and I can't believe I'd never heard about this.
He can't stop talking about this off the air.
Sorry, it's so great. It's called Masterclass, and it's what's really perfect about it. We were talking about how the times are so weird now. With Masterclass, you're talking about super famous people teaching classes about what they know a lot about. For example, I was watching I just started the Steve Martin comedy classes. Mm-hmm. And it's just amazing.
Well, let's hope you learn something.
Yeah, exactly.
We should get Kostaki. We should get Kostaki the poker class.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and for example, Tony Hawk teaches skateboarding. You name it. There's Gordon Ramsay teaching cooking. The great photographer Annie Leibovitz, who did so many covers for all these great teaching photography. And the beauty of this is the classes tend to be very short, so you can watch, say, for 10 minutes, and then there'll be another class. So in this world where we're all so crazy and so busy, it's really worth checking
Marty's on here? Marty Scorsese?
Yeah, Martin Scorsese teaching a film course. And if you've got, especially if you're interested in just, hey, I want to learn more, there's a great thing about urban gardening, just some stuff that's so cool. And the comedy course being taught by Steve Martin. Steve Martin, obviously a brilliant actor and comedian, and he happens to be a tremendous teacher, which not all people who are great at stuff are great at teaching about it. We've all learned that. It's called Masterclass. Go to masterclass.com/comedy. And this isn't just for the Steve Martin, it's for the whole range. And you can get 15% off right now. Once again, it's I really recommend you check this out. It's so much fun.
David Sedaris on writing. This is great.
David Sedaris doing a thing about writing. And you can, like I said, 10 minutes, and then you can check out another class. So there'll be a whole series of classes, but 10 minutes at a time. time or so. So you get unlimited access to every master class. And as a Bob and Tom Show listener, you get 15% off your annual membership. Very inexpensive. Check it out, masterclass.com/comedy. Also, if you've got, college-age kids or high school kids that have an interest in something.
Yep.
This is a great way to expose them. Hey, what's it really like being a photographer? Well, you can have one of the greatest in the world show you, and especially if you love to cook. There's a bunch of great cooking things. So check it out, Masterclass. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. I cannot recommend it enough. Masterclass.com/comedy. Very inexpensive, and you get exposed to all kinds of different things with the best of the best teaching you. Check it out one more time, Masterclass.com/comedy. Now, when we come back, we're going to have the banana-toothed... God, I'm so excited about
alligator.
This. And then, did you see the elk with the tiger?
Yeah.
It's amazing. They're going to rescue him, we hope. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Now, we have Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols in the next room, getting ready as they continue their tour. And I think we could probably check in. There we go. We can check in with Donnie right now. Oh, Donnie, you got a nice cap on. What's going on over there?
We're going to do a little Motown here in a minute.
Oh, very nice.
Swear to God.
It's kind of a Marvin Gaye look.
All right. No, it ain't, Tom.
Sort of mashed down by the headphones.
Because look at this. Check out, I got a Michael Jackson
Michael
glove.
Jackson.
Okay.
Well, I like wintertime now because you can get these Michael Jackson gloves at most gas stations. So
yeah, that looks like you're doing some heavy lifting, working outside.
I got this and the hat. I like the bundle, So yeah, I'm just, if you put it on backwards, it looks like a Michael Jackson glove.
All right.
But I put it on the right hand. I ain't gonna rock with you like he did, so we're gonna do it this way.
Now I can't help but notice that Todd Boner, your bass player, is not here.
He ain't here, but you know what? Sometimes when it's like, you know who Wally Pipp is, Tom?
Of course.
Wally Pipp one time didn't show up for a game, and guess who he's replaced by? Ty Cobb. And Ty Cobb played every game thereafter. Chick could tell you the same. Yep, and his bat boy was Lou Gehrig's or something. I forget how the story ends.
It was a similar story. The point being, I noticed that Dean from our staff is playing bass.
Yeah, Dean's here on bass. So if you're trying to call the Bob and Tom Show right now, you might get a busy signal.
Now, is this another original number?
It's original cover that we wrote. And, you start holidays. Everybody talks about the turkey and cranberry sauce and romaine lettuce. Well, there's another part. Tonight's the biggest party night of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And that's been for a long time. But sometimes people make mistakes, drink too much, and then stuff gets crazy. Because you have a big after party at the house. You ever wake up and see a rubber you don't recognize? Who's the guy, CSI? A tribute from the king of pork to the king of pop. Pop.
Nice.
Oh. Yep. Shaka Khan. It was sorta a porno scene with a mystery. A random rubber was stuck to my Zubaz. Held it up, sure enough, it was warm. 40 beers on a Friday night, but we was drinking light until her family showed up, strutting their stuff. Bag of weed, Jaeger bombs, we were pounding. Mom Phyllis always told me to be careful on the pod, cause you pass out if you smoke too much. I swear to God, Mom always told me, be careful what you do. But when she drank that booze, she always got used, and then it's by my feet, but it's not my rubber. I swear to God, I might be drunk, but not dumb. Cause Donnie Baker's a magnum. Might be drunk, but not dumb. Cause Donnie Baker's a magnum. I swear to God I am. I swear to God I am. Yeah, who's Ramsey, Angel? I can tell you've been cheating on me when he's got monogram rubbers. I wear magnums, the biggest one they make. And even these, I swear to God, come halfway down on me. Look like I'm wearing Spanx. Christy knows. It's by my seatballs, but it ain't my rubber. It's by my feet, and I blame her brother. I swear to God I do.
Wow. Thank you, Donnie. Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols, and a very fine tribute to the late, great Michael Jackson.
That's just lovely.
Wow, that's great, Donnie. Once again, Donnie and the Pork Pistols on tour. Nice work, Dean.
I just watched a Whitney Houston documentary, and during her downtimes, they said she would go to Michael Jackson's house and they'd just stare at each other. No words were spoken.
Really?
Just stare, I swear to God, like they was playing Battleship.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah, that's very, very odd.
That's a fascinating fact. Thank you for sharing.
And if you watch it, in every scene, Bobby Brown is sweating. It's a great documentary. Even when he ain't in jail or lying or whatever.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Donnie Baker. Takes what we have. We'll get to this in just a second.
You got cars to sell? 3,000 got to go by tomorrow. Boss says we're giving away cars.
I think that's your future. You should be. You should be a pitch man.
The new pitch man.
I've done a few. I mean, one time I was up here, somebody had me doing I always get the really, interesting products. So if anybody wants me to pitch your product, just, fax Tom, because Tom, of course, will know which product it would be best for me to pitch.
I'm Tim Wilson for Massengill.
No, I mean, if I was
here at the Acme Earplugs Company.
22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, thank you very much. And that's Christy Lee with a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We'll be clouding up today. Look for a high of 84. Partly cloudy overnight, low 65. Sunshine 86 tomorrow. 70 currently.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Money for something, we call it. Your shot at $1,000 coming up many, many times today on Q95. So pay close attention. Listen to who's saying what and what they're saying it about. It could mean $1,000 in your pocket from Q95. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here in the big room with Chick, Josh, and Ace. Josh, of course, in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Willie G over there, Christy Lee over there, Patty G over there, and Jessica A is over there on the TV screen.
Hello.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Jessica. Now, we have a number of things we have to get to here. Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. What else is happening, Christy?
Well, Tom, I'm going to do this story because you want it so badly. A recent study, we have an update, has found an ancient alligator-like creature had teeth the size of bananas.
Wow.
The prehistoric crocodilians are in the Deinosuchus genus. The name means terror crocodile, and they measure up to 33 feet in length, the largest predators in their respective ecosystems.
Now, the crocodiles you'll see after a while.
Yeah.
And the alligators you will see
later.
That's right. Yeah, that's the biggest difference between the two.
That's the biggest
nice.
Yeah.
This one much later because it was living how many million years ago?
75 to 82 million years ago, Tom. Thank you for asking. Two species inhabited what is now Montana and northern Mexico. Dr. Adam Cosette.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
That's a big space, I know.
Oh, one species was in the
northern Mexico. See, this brings up how do they know those bones go together? I'm sorry.
Well, they're two different species.
And they're also, at that time, those were two different places with respect to, I think there was a giant sea between them.
Yeah, they very well could have
water.
That's crazy. I didn't know alligators spoke Spanish.
That is interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
The bite.
Dr. Adam
French, sorry.
No, that's French.
Dr. Adam Cosette, study co-author from Arkansas State University, said Deinosuchus was a giant that must have terrorized dinosaurs that came to the water's edge to drink.
Oops.
Until now, the complete animal was unknown. These new specimens were examined, and they reveal a bizarre, monstrous predator with teeth the size of bananas. You'll find more in the Journal of Vertebrate Paleontology.
When you're watching a mystery or something, and they get to the epitome of the show, the climax, and they're going to name the murderer,
right?
Does your dog start loudly lapping out of their water bowl, or is it just my jerk of dogs that do this?
So it's your contention they're doing it on purpose. They wait.
They are doing it.
So they know you've been waiting.
Step on my feet when they go in and out of the house. Monkey's got the other one doing it now too.
Chick, you got to show these dogs who's boss.
Yeah, I think they know I'm a pushover.
You ever notice on those shows, every time they come back from a commercial break, they recap the entire show?
Yes. Yes.
Much like this show.
Yes.
Wait a
know what that's like.
Are you complaining about it?
No, I think it's great. That's what they do.
They in college they used to call you Tommy Exposition is what they called you.
Thank you very much. People are coming in and out. You got to tell them what's going on. A crocodile with teeth the size of bananas.
I know you can't get over it. Can you?
Great.
Love to have seen
the terror crocodile. I've never been happier to see the word extinct. Can you imagine if those things were still around?
Yeah, make the Everglades exciting, wouldn't it?
Top 3 dinosaurs.
Oh, wow. What do you got there?
Number 1, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yep.
Sure,
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Oh, too mean.
Number 2, Velociraptor.
Oh, no, that's a good
Even
one.
meaner.
Number 3, Pterodactyl.
Get to fly. Is that the one that flies?
There you go. Yeah.
That's what they sound like.
It's the pink Power Ranger. Yeah.
What do you think, Tom? You have top 3?
Play the music.
Top 3 dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs always, of course, based on the Flintstones.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
What was Dino?
Brontosaurus?
Was Dino a T-Rex?
No, Dino was a little mini brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus.
And then
I don't think there was any such thing as a mini brontosaurus.
It was the Flintstones, you idiot. There also wasn't such a thing as a bird whose beak you put on a record to make it play.
It's a living.
Brontosaurus, and that's no longer considered a dinosaur, right?
Apparently not.
No.
Millions and millions of years, now they've changed the name.
They changed the name to Brachiosaurus.
Not me. It's Brontosaurus as far as
Why
I'm
did they
concerned.
change the name? Nobody knew the difference.
Well, how do they know the bones go together? I don't know.
Okay, so Brontosaurus is number 1.
Okay.
And yeah, pretty much for me, that's it. It begins and ends with the Brontosaurus.
Oh, wow.
When Fred flies down to get another... God, I love that.
Slides down the Brontosaurus.
Anyway, you got to look up this giant crocodile/alligator monster. It's very cool. Oh, can you grab that?
Oh, yeah. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Oh, hey, Donnie.
How are you?
Sick of hearing about dinosaurs. I remember being 3 years old, they teach us about that in the library, and they're still teaching kids about dinosaurs.
Oh, they're still around.
I don't believe they was ever here. When have you ever seen one, Christy?
Well, they're extinct, Donnie, so
And the
that's why you don't see
pterodactyl,
them.
we're supposed to believe it had a 60-foot wingspan, used to swoop down and pick up beef cattle like gummy bears. And that didn't survive the Ice Age. It was above it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you could fly with leather wings, every hair band in the 80s would have lost their lead singer due to migration. I swear to God. But that ain't what I'm calling about. I want to call you about a new business I'm thinking about starting up this summer.
Oh, good. What is it?
Well, it's going to be specialized lawn care provider, and I can feel you rolling your eyes, Tom, but I ain't going with some stupid name like you see outside regular. I ain't going with Lawn and Order. I ain't going to do a Cut Above or Yard Barks.
Uh-huh.
Man, I like Yard Barks.
That got me. Oh, I did not see that coming.
Put it back on the list.
Okay.
I was thinking about something different.
Like?
You know, how about Donnie Baker's Lawn, Garden, and MILF Care?
MILF?
Oh, I see.
Well, see, I realize there's a bunch of fire-ass hot single moms out there that are too busy shopping for yogurt pants and making turquoise jewelry or getting their toes done at some Viet Cong spa. They ain't got time for common chores. Especially outside, be clipping, chipping their nail paint. So, ladies, I'll show up. I'll show up right at your house wearing cut-off jean shorts, skin tight, and maybe a white snake mesh tank top.
Oh,
and you ain't even got to provide the music. I'll bring my own tapes and boombox.
Really?
You'll get the pleasure of seeing me put the work in. And that's when you'll probably start giggling and oscillating. And then you want to bring me out ice code 2-liter of Mountain Dew. Or if you're already laying out by the pool, maybe you'll call me over or have me smear some of that Panama Jack on your lower back or have me use my elbows to put some pressure on your lip nodes or something. See, women can't resist pool boys. I could start a pool cleaning service.
You could.
But fact remains, I've skinned enough drowned possums out of, filters and skimmers to last me a lifetime. So lawn work seemed to be the better way to go, like in terms of the mission statement. Oh, and ladies, don't worry or be embarrassed if you ain't had a man over at the house in a while. Because I'm an expert at trimming overgrown bushes. Swear to God. And I'll let you ride me like a John Deere stuck in fifth gear till one of it starts chafing and we got to bust out talcum powder. You ever done it till you chafe, Tom?
No.
I'm talking you can't tell where the heat bumps in and the chafing begins.
Oh.
Sounds like she's dry.
Give me a call at Donnie Baker's Lawn, Garden, and Milk Care. I'll handle all your trimming, the seeding, but my specialty is year-round plowing. So call me at 1-800-LAWN MILF or go down your local library and just look me up on www.DonnieTheBushwhacker.com.
Okay.
Oh, and spoiler alert, I haven't really got a mower, so I'm going to have to borrow one of yours.
Doesn't mean.
Thank you, Donnie. That was very, very helpful. Now, we do have lots of interesting animal news. Christy, you got any other of those good animal
Officials in Colorado have asked the public for help in locating an elk that has a tire hanging around its neck. Colorado Parks and Wildlife officials said the elk was first seen on a trail camera last month in the Arapahoe Roosevelt National Forest near Conifer. The same trail cam recently took another video of the same bull with the same tire stuck around its neck. Officials have shared the video onto social media, hoping for info on where they can find the animal so they can help it get free. Jason Clay, who's a spokesperson for CPW, said, quote, as it continues to grow, it's not going to have the room that it now has to eat freely, breathe, and drink. So anyone who sees the elk is encouraged to call Colorado Parks and Wildlife.
It's amazing, and I can't figure out how it got this tire around its neck because it's
stuck his head through.
It's got big horns?
Yeah. But
well, maybe he stuck his head through before the horns grew in.
I guess. I mean, yeah, it's poor guy. Now, Pat, do you have a song about that?
I'm Bruce Springsteen now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't notice.
Bruce Springsteen.
Mr. Springsteen, I'm enjoying your book very much.
I'm hanging in a field, foraging for food. Oh, I see a round object up in this altitude. I poke my nose in. Then I heard gunfire. I take off running, stuck in a tire. It's tied around my neck. Why was I so reckless? Now I'm wearing an old tire, like a pretty necklace. How to get past my antlers? At least it's not barbed wire. I'll just tell the other elk, hey, check out my brand new tire. How'd I get stuck in this tire? Good night, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, I bet that's what happened. When
he was a little elk.
Yeah, and you can't. I mean, once you get it on, you're a little elk. You don't know how to get it off, and so
they're going to have to put him to sleep. Yeah, cut it.
But I mean, we had the story of
his horns grew
last week. What was it that had its head stuck in a jar?
Coyote.
The coyote. Yeah.
Well, bears get their heads stuck in big.
And speaking of bears,
well, I got I've been working on this rap.
Oh,
is that
about
right?
the elk?
Oh.
Yeah, an elk rap about the elk who has his.
Okay.
I'm eager to hear it.
Can't wait to hear it. If you rap, I'm telling you right now, if you rap, I'm going to leave. I do not want to hear you rap.
Well, I think
that's just another way of Willie, your son, saying,
oh, the shame of it all. There goes the kid whose father is a
oh, the shame of it all.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dad.
Do you need a beat?
Yeah, can you do that for me?
No, but somebody can.
Josh, the Scat Master. Boom, boom, now, this is once again this is the rap from I'll be Buck D.
Boom.
Okay.
The Colorado rap artist. This is the story of a. What the hell are you doing over there? What happened to my beat?
Oh, I was laughing at Buck D.
Yeah. Far be it from us to laugh at what you're saying.
Once again, he has the tire around his neck.
Boom, boom.
I got a real sweet ass and a tasty rear, but around my neck it hasn't been a good year. My girlfriend says our sex life is a wreck. She said put on a rubber, but not around your neck.
Ha
A buck D. A buck D.
That's it.
Formerly Elk Cool J.
Elk Cool J. That is great.
All right, Willie, you're free to leave now.
All right, thanks, guys. It's been a fun run. It's been a fun run.
I thought that was going to suck. Okay.
I'm going to grab the rest of Josh's cake on the way out, and I'm just going to eat a load of my car and cry.
Do we still have cake?
I didn't know there was cake in there still.
Oh, okay.
Do we?
Well, and in any
Everybody
event,
perked up when they heard about cake.
I hope that they can find this elk and get the tire off.
Me too.
Yeah.
What a weird thing. And if you look at the video of this, they just have these random cameras.
Trail cams, sure.
Random places in the woods, so they see all kinds of cool stuff.
He was born in the back of a pickup. Did you read the rest of the...
Is that right?
No, I'm lying.
Well, I thought you were going somewhere. I was yes-anding you.
And he no-butted you.
And I know button.
We've been talking a lot about cooking today because we love to talk about food on the show.
Yes.
And I got this nice letter saying, hey, Dear Bob and Tom Show, just finished our first week of HelloFresh last night. Absolutely amazing. It was fun and still shocked me. What I cooked was actually tasting great. Thanks for the hookup.
Yep.
Well, thanks for the letter. We certainly appreciate it. HelloFresh is the #1 meal kit in America. Go to HelloFresh.com. Use the code BTShow for $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. Christy and I, big fans. I like cooking it with my girls.
So they did the same balsamic fig pork tenderloin this week that I did. Oh, my goodness. It was so good.
And the way this works is the box arrives at your house. They've done the shopping. They've done the measuring. And you get to do the chopping and have some fun. And so it's going to be very fresh. And, of course, that's why they call it HelloFresh. Every week, 22 chef-curated recipes, all different kinds of stuff. You've got comfort food, family-friendly food, or you can go vegetarian. You can go low-cal. They've got it all. And you'll make any night feel very festive. For example, they've got the surf and turf or a beautiful craft burger, lots of gourmet stuff. Say goodbye to all that meal planning. It makes your life a lot easier. Of course, you're going to save a lot of time. You'll be saving about 40% versus shopping at your local grocery store. Like I said, they've done the shopping and the measuring. You get to have some fun cooking it, and you're going to be a much better chef because you'll be amazed at how great this stuff tastes. You will be cleaning your plate. Right now, $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. So check it out like our letter writer just did. Once again, you got to use the code BTShow, but go to HelloFresh.com, $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. Go to BTShow, HelloFresh.com, and once again, type in BTShow for that promo code. Coming up, Christy, what you got over there?
Well, we do have a bear in the news. It's kind of an update on our hair-sniffing bear. And Tom's been teasing this all morning. This is a really interesting story about cow butts. Coming up.
Yeah, cow butts in the news, and it's very scientific.
In Botswana, yeah.
And living cows, by the way. This isn't like a butt steak thing.
No.
Okay. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, hope you're having a great Wednesday. Here's something to think about. Bob and Tom, a VIP membership. Just head on over to bobandtom.com/VIP to find out more. If you love the Bob and Tom Show, how about full access, including the live 7-camera video stream of the show? Jeff Oskey taking care of that each and every morning. The Bob and Tom Show, commercial-free and on demand with our daily podcast. Plus, you gain access to the Bob and Tom archives and the complete album library. Check it out now, bobandtom.com/VIP. More of the Bob and Tom Show after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Joe Biden has chosen California's Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate, making history by selecting a black woman for a major party's presidential ticket for the first time in history. It's a move that fulfills the wish of Democrats clamoring to see a woman of color on the ticket. The 55-year-old Harris was elected to the Senate in 2016 after serving as California's Attorney General. With a coronavirus vaccine still months off, companies are rushing to test what may be the next best thing, antibody drugs that fight the virus right away without having to train the immune system to do the job. Antibodies are proteins the body makes when an infection occurs. They attach to a virus and help it to be eliminated. The drugs are concentrated versions of specific antibodies that worked best against the coronavirus in lab in animal tests. They're being used to treat COVID-19 and for preventing infection in people at high risk of it. Results of key studies are expected by this fall. And shares are mostly lower in Asia after Wall Street pumped the brakes on its recent rally, breaking a 7-day winning streak for the S&P 500. Tokyo's Nikkei 225 index edged higher on Wednesday, while the Shanghai Composite Index sank 1.6%. Overnight gains for banks and industrial companies were offset by declines in big-name tech stocks like Apple and Microsoft. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. It's not really a joke. It's an observation.
Educational, Tom.
Educational. Okay.
Like, did you know in the Canary Islands, there are actually no canaries?
Oh, I did not know.
Kind of on the related thing. In the Virgin Islands, no canaries.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
I'm just a middle-aged Middle Eastern camel herding man. I got a 2-bedroom cave here in North Afghanistan. Things used to be real cool and they got out of hand when they moved in. They call themselves the Taliban.
Ooh, yeah, the Taliban.
Taliban, baby.
Now I ain't seen my wife's face since they came here. They make her wear a scarf over her head that covers her from ear to ear. And she loves the desert and the hot white sand, but man, she just like me. Nah, she can't stand the Taliban.
Ooh, Taliban, baby. You know someday soon we're both gonna saddle up and it'll be ride, camel ride. My old lady, she'll be here with me, smiling right by my side. We should do just fine down in Palestine or maybe Turkmenistan. We'll bid a fair adieu and flip the finger to the Taliban.
Oh, yeah, the Taliban.
Baby.
Now they attacked New York City 'cause they thought they could win. Said they would stand and fight until the very bloody end. Well, Mr. Bush got on the phone with Iraq and Iran and said, now, you knuckleheads, you better not be doing any business with the Taliban.
Taliban, baby.
All right. Here you go.
to Allah with all of our might. And then those big U.S. jets came flying in one night. And they dropped little bombs all over our holy land. And man, you should have seen them run like rabbits. They ran the Taliban. You know someday soon we're both gonna saddle up and it'll be ride camel.
8:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Windbag alert coming up in just a second. Let's see. Did you hear that just happen? Okay, pay close attention. Keep doing that paying attention thing throughout the day on Q95. Now, I want to warn you, we got something cool coming up. It's our golf outing. Details, Q95.com. It's going to be at Top Golf. Should be a lot of fun. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Windbag alert coming up in a matter of moments.
Okay.
I had no idea. We'll find out about that in just a second. In the big room, Josh, Chick, Ace, I'm Tom. In the little rooms, we got Willie over there, Christy Lee in a slightly bigger room over there. And then at her home, I don't know how big that room is, Jessica, I have no idea.
Hello.
And Pat Godwin in the other building. Pat, good to see you, sir.
Hey.
Now, you had the story about the elk with the tire around its neck.
Correct.
That's running around somewhere in Colorado, and they're trying to track it down so they can take the tire off. And we were wondering how it got the tire around those horns. And we have been windbagged mightily here by a number of people.
Why you gotta be such a windbag?
Let's check in with our windbags. We have this one from Jeff. Just as you...
Fade that out, will you?
Yeah,
you
no
know.
joke.
Sorry.
Can hear you. God knows we want to hear every word you say. We do.
Not the day for that. The male elk loses their horns every year.
Oh, that's right.
They grow back in the spring.
We've been windbagged on this before.
No kidding.
David writes, elk lose and regrow their antlers every year, so the elk probably got the tire on its neck. It regrew the antlers again.
That's what we were saying.
Read a book.
That's exactly what we were saying.
I don't think it was.
No, I didn't know that. Dear dumbasses.
Yeah, that was for me.
All right.
That was for me. I don't know how you got it. Oh.
Elk lose their antlers every year.
Our
Another
dogs
one
chew
from
on
Nick.
them.
Hey, dumbass. Seems to be a theme.
Yeah.
Elk drop their horns every year. There you go.
So let me ask you this. There are times where you could be walking through the wilderness and just stumble across a rack on the ground?
I guess.
Yeah. Huh.
There you go. So in any event, however
Where do you
it
think
works,
our dog toys come from?
very good.
Yeah, I figured
My dogs love those deer antlers.
They just went
Deer
into the
antlers,
woods
elk
and
antlers.
slaughter the elk.
That's what I thought.
No, they don't.
They
Take the
made
horn.
jerky and dog treats.
It's this now. This guy, a little more detail, says elk shed their antlers every year, usually between December and April. Then the growth process begins.
Cool.
Okay.
So somehow this elk stuck its head.
In the spring, must have got it stuck in the spring.
It must have been like a
horns grew back.
tire swing.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been a tire swing.
Could have been, I guess.
Elk parents always make kids a tire swing.
Sure.
He wanted to be in a Levitra commercial.
They love it.
Yes, they're always on tire swings, aren't they?
No, they threw the football through the tire.
One of the
Remember?
one of the first commercials for that, there was a tire swing and the guy threw the football through it.
Right.
Yeah.
Not any guy. I think it was Ditka.
Ditka, yeah.
Yeah, wow. That was so specific.
Very Freudian.
I'm surprised they didn't keep that up. The next one's some famous hot dog maker.
There's a hallway and a donut.
Train tunnel.
Wow. In any event, this was in Colorado. They're trying to track down this elk and see if they can remove the tire. Poor guy. It's a sweet-looking elk.
Yeah.
Just running around like, hello. What's going on?
It's got to be heavy.
Elk are big.
You think with that thing on there, he'd be really tired.
You would think that, yes. Yeah.
If not exhausted.
Could you imagine you're on the highway, your tire goes flat, you pull over, and you have no spare tire, and then out of the corner of your eye, you see an elk walk by with a tire out its neck, and you just go, God, why? Why, God?
Yeah, then you slaughter the elk, cut its head off, get the tire, off you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then you decided that you never felt more alive, and you put the elk's head on as a hat, and you live in the wilderness for the rest of your life.
The only reason you come out, you go down to the town for supplies, and
That's
then
right.
the sheriff tells you to go away.
And you accidentally frighten a townswoman, and she
That's
won't stop screaming. You have to snap her neck, and then I'm sorry. What happened?
And the sheriff draws first blood.
What is happening here?
I'm sorry, I lost my place.
It's all because of Vietnam.
Christy Lee is once again at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. Christy, what do you got?
A video in wide circulation last month that showed the unnerving scene of a black bear in a Mexican park getting up close with a young woman. The bear even stood on its hind legs, sniffed the lady's hair at one point, and she managed to take a selfie. She just stood there. The bear wandered off.
Is that Claro?
But now we have an update.
Strawberry essence?
Bad news for the bear.
Oh, no.
Bad news, bears. I'm pregnant.
No, she's not pregnant.
Classic.
In fact, it's the opposite. Wildlife authorities captured and castrated the animal.
Whoa.
And will ship him out of his home in the Chippewa Ecological Park to a new terrain, according to the BBC.
Weird.
It's actually Chippewa.
Is the thinking there they castrate him and they'll calm him down? Is that what they're thinking?
I guess.
Huh.
Part of me thinks that this should happen to people, too. If you're a guy and you just walk up to a woman and start sniffing her hair, you're castrated.
Whoa, that's
it's such a creepy thing to do.
Are you thinking public castration or?
Oh, yeah, I want to see it.
Pubia.
It's a tiny guillotine.
Okay. They do that at the state fair, you know.
Tiny guillotine?
No, they stake cats out and spay and neuter them.
They have a spay and neuter clinic for various critters, and you can watch.
Yep.
So when they castrate, they just take just take the little dingle balls off?
They take the testicles off.
Okay.
They leave the male member.
What'd you call them, Christy?
Dingle.
You were pre-med, weren't you?
No,
They
Christy.
take the little dingle balls off?
Christy, dingle balls.
Get those dingle balls
are
off
something
me.
else.
Yeah, I
A
know.
little further back.
Dingle balls would be in the backside. Never mind. Never mind that.
Okay.
You know, that's why I would never have.
Technically,
I
those
will
are
never have a short-haired male dog. I won't do it. It's like balls. It's showtime. Balls on display. No, thank you.
Well, don't you get them fixed,
Now,
right?
before I get windbagged, dingleberries
Or what you're talking about.
are.
Isn't that toilet paper?
The
recipe?
dingle balls are the things
That hang on.
on the inside of a windshield.
What?
And those old cars?
No, we used to-
Yeah.
Honestly,
Is that the official name for those?
Yeah.
Dingle bell?
It really was?
Yeah.
we had those on curtains in one of our fabulous mobile homes that we lived in as a child.
sure,
Yes.
Sounds lovely.
They were lovely.
Yeah.
Orange, green.
Dingleberries. I mean, maybe the
It was
terms
the
are
Spanish themed one.
maybe they're interchangeable.
I hope not. Dingleberry should just be that one thing.
I hear Cheech Marin say dingle balls.
Yeah, of course, he probably
Some
did.
dingle balls off my jibby.
And there are sombreros
Yeah.
that have dingle balls around the edge.
Absolutely.
Right.
So, okay. But in any event, this was a Mexican bear.
Yes.
And did you see the video?
Yes, I did see
This
the
lady,
video.
it's terrifying.
And they are saying she did the right thing by just standing completely
Yeah,
still.
good
Remember,
for
we had
her.
that story earlier in the week.
But was doing the selfie a smart idea?
I don't know about that, but
So
why hasn't anyone incorporated the sombrero into Taco Tuesday? That seems like a natural to me.
what do you mean? They
don't
have
you,
those.
don't you have the
chip and dip
ceramic?
ball.
The
Why don't
ceramic sombrero with
Yes.
the dip.
No, don't you wear a sombrero on Taco Tuesday?
If you do not admit that on the radio.
I think you should. Get the whole family sombreros.
Oh, you got to
Okay,
do
kids,
this.
get your hats on.
Everybody wears tiny, thin mustaches.
That's right up your
fake little
alley.
mustaches.
And maracas.
Yeah.
You can have Godwin come over as our favorite character to do music for the table.
Yep.
Don't say my name.
Serenade.
And then go ahead and put that on YouTube. I dare you.
Get Pat one of those big Mexican guitars.
I did. Oh, I love those giant guitars, and I love those bands, the mariachi.
Mariachi.
I genuinely love mariachi bands.
I do
All
too.
the things that you've made us do. Why haven't you followed through with the mariachi band being here one morning playing live?
I'll tell you off the air.
But I think if they're actual mariachis, I know, but
Dad, I tell you, one time I was in New York City and I saw a mariachi band and it looked like two NYU punk kids that were trying to play music and get on the train at the same time. And then the mariachi band kind of just did this nod and the two NYU kids walked off the train. It was incredible.
Like, hey, this is our territory.
Yes, like there was some sort of agreement, like this is our place.
A busking contract.
It was so cool.
Yeah, I went to one of those special ceremonies for a young woman.
Like a quinceañera?
A quinceañero?
Yeah. I went to one, and they had a mariachi band that had a 5-piece horn section.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
These guys were the best.
Play Ring of Fire.
These guys were the best. And they always have, what is the name of that giant guitar?
I don't know, but right up here, the Mexican restaurant right up the street, they have a guy that would go table to table. I believe
it's called the Guitaro Supreme.
Yeah, that's it.
I think he's right.
Yes, the Freddie Fender is, of course, the inventor of the...
Right.
Before the last teardrop
Guitar On, is that what it's called?
The bigger guitar. Belgrande.
Yeah, we could probably get the mariachi band back in here. We've done.
Well, they'd have to be out in the parking lot.
That's the thing, yeah.
Sure, that'd be all right.
We have...
By the outhouse, we'll explain
Can't
it
they
to
put
them.
them right out here on the porch? Why do they have to go out in the parking lot?
Do you want me to get my lawyer on the phone?
Because we have to walk back and forth.
Do you know how hard it was just to be able to do it by the dumpster?
Okay, I'm sorry.
They made me...
Boy.
I have to personally rent a portalet every time we have the band over.
Man.
So
that was an interesting sentence. Do you know how hard I had to work to do it by the dumpster?
You ever dump in a dumpster?
I've never actually dumped in a dumpster, no.
Okay. Why don't you do that by tomorrow? Tell me how it goes. We'll be right back. We have...
or in your hat. Either way.
My favorite story of the morning is coming up. It involves science. And the rears and the backsides of cows. And it's absolutely fascinating. You'll be stunned when you hear this when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
The Bob and Tom app available in your iTunes or Google Play Store. It is free. Once you download it, you can listen to your local station. You can click over and tune into us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Check out the Bob and Tom podcast. Set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Imagine that. Christy Lee, the first voice you hear in the morning. Right there on the Bob and Tom app. And best of all, it's free. Let your neighbors, your friends, your coworkers, the guy at the bank, tell them, get that Bob and Tom app. It's free.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Trini Lopez, singer, guitarist who gained fame for his version of Lemon Tree and If I Had a Hammer back in the 60s, has died at the age of 83. Apparently, Lopez died Tuesday from complications of COVID-19. Lopez was mentored by Buddy Holly and Frank Sinatra and became an international star, performing in English and Spanish. Unlike Mexican-American singers like Richie Valens, Lopez rejected advice to change his name. He crossed over into acting, appearing in World War II drama The Dirty Dozen, the comedy The Finks, and was also on TV on One Atom 12. America's Got Talent topped the ratings last week, but faces the absence of Simon Cowell, who was seriously injured in that electric bike accident. Cowell is the NBC Talent Contest's creator and linchpin of its judging panel. He underwent surgery for a broken back last Saturday, just before the show kicked off its live episodes. And a broken cable has caused severe damage at Puerto Rico's Arecibo Observatory, causing operations to be suspended for one of the largest single-dish radio telescopes in the world. I bring this up because it's been featured in the Jodie Foster film Contact and the James Bond movie GoldenEye. Scientists worldwide use the telescope to detect radio emissions emitted by objects like stars and other galaxies. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
He's for the veggies, he's for the meat. Josh, you're gonna watch what he eats, so keto. Everybody. Whoa, no more pizza or french fries. No more donuts or cream pies. Well, maybe one more for the road. Keto.
A tribute to Bob.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
I saw her driving in a Plymouth. A cellular phone was in her hand. I couldn't stop myself from shouting, "You'll be damned!
You'll be damned!
You'll be damned! I'm surely burning hell." Heathen! 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 I can't get her out of that car.
I saw her through the bedroom window. Remote control and VCR. Hey, what's that other thing she's holding? Well, looky there.
Looky there. Looky there.
Like a mule eating a carrot. I can't get that out of my mind.
I took Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee's got the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. We'll see cloudy skies today and a high of 84. Partly cloudy tonight, low 65. Some sunshine and 86 tomorrow. We're up to 71 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. And also up to the world of sports again, thank God. And gonna have some fun with some sports, Josh?
That's right. This weekend, Tommy, UFC 252 Saturday night. And there's no better place to bet the action than on FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, for new users, sign up with my code, WFBQ.
You thought of that?
No, and get exclusive 25-1 odds on DC versus Mio to win their title fight at UFC 252. Pick either fighter to win, then bet just $5 for a chance to win $125. FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sports betting site. Why? They've got a simple app, and they make it easy for you to find and lock in your bet. FanDuel pays out in as little as 24 hours. That's one day, my friends. Right now, use my promo code, WFBQ, to claim your exclusive 25-1 odds on Cormier versus Miocic at UFC 252 to win their title fight. Promo code WFBQ. You must be 21 and present in Indiana. New users only. Maximum bonus $125. Minimum $10 first deposit required. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. That's FanDuel Sportsbook. Promo code WFBQ.
Thank you very much, FanDuel. Thank you very much, Josh. I'll remind you also, we have our golf outing. It's a benefit for the great Riley Hospital for Children, one of the greatest places on earth. And you can help them out and help us out. Details coming up. It'll be at Top Golf and Fishers. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. My favorite story of the week is coming up in a matter of seconds.
Oh.
But first, I'll introduce everybody. Let's go ladies first. She's the lovely Jessica Alsman with the beautiful blue eyes and the dark hair. Kind of a Lois Lane look.
Oh.
Very much.
Yeah.
Lois
I'll
or
take
Lana?
Lana Lane?
Lois or Lana, which one?
I would have to look at Lana again.
No chick?
Lana.
I'm going to go to Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, really? That was the lesser, didn't get as much publicity.
That's right.
It's kind of like a Ginger and Marianne thing.
Yeah. Right. Lois was somewhat of an egomaniac.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. You could.
Really? I had terrible vision. Couldn't pick out Clark Kent. Looked a lot like
Have
Superman.
you seen the video where Clark Kent's walking down the street, he trips and his glasses fall off, and everybody, Superman!
There's Christy Lee over there. She's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Willie G is over there. Patty G is in the other building. And let's see, if we cover everybody. Oh, there's Ace. I'm Tom. That's Chick. And Josh Arnold in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Now, we had a pretty funny story out of Bend, Oregon. The beautiful,
it's so cool.
Beautiful Bend, Oregon.
Yes.
The last Blockbuster video store is going to do a special event in which they're making themselves available as an
Airbnb. You can rent the video store and watch all the movies.
They're going to have tens of thousands of people apply for this.
This should be a forever thing, right?
I would think. Do it every night.
Yeah.
And is it only $4 a night?
Yes.
They're going to have some kind of a lottery.
That's crazy.
It's such a great idea. And we were all talking about how much we miss Blockbuster. For those of you not familiar with the procedure, you'd go there on Friday afternoon, get there early to get the good movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can remember this obscure fact. See if you remember this, Christy. At the peak of the VCR reign, if you will, what actor was the #1 draw at your typical video store?
This is a weird fact.
And we've talked to him on many occasions.
I think I know it.
Okay. During the 80s? 90s?
80s, 90s, yeah. This one particular act, and the reason I know this, they would do a survey in USA Today every week, and they would say what the top-rated videos were.
Tom Cruise?
Bruce Willis?
I was going to say Jim Carrey, but that's a little too late.
You're close. You're halfway there.
Jim Varney?
Jim Belushi.
Oh.
What?
Isn't that interesting?
I would never have guessed that.
And
Jim Belushi.
And another funny story about about those surveys is when they brought out the blue collar comedy movie of the blue collar comedy tour.
Sure.
It did not sell particularly well, and then they noticed that it was the #1 rented video week after week after week, and someone said, "Wait a minute!"
Right. It kind of bombed in theaters.
These guys are really funny.
Yes.
And that was the Ron White, Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, Larry the Cable Guy era of that. In any event, Blockbuster is doing this special event in beautiful Bend, Oregon. And Pat, do you have a tribute? I gather.
A tribute to Blockbuster? I think, what would Frank do?
I don't know. What would Frank do?
Hey, I'm Frank Sinatra now.
Yes.
Chairman.
There he is.
What would Frank do? I would.
Could you get
you, Josh? Christy, you're looking good.
Could you get a hat or something so we know?
A nice fedora?
We needed, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm big on hats today. Sombreros,
I love a nice
fedoras.
hat.
I love a hat.
Christy Lee, you're looking fine tonight. Like Mia Farrow in a nice wig. You look great.
Gosh.
How about that? Say goodbye to Blockbuster. Pay my respects. Sing a few words. Whatever happened to the VHS tape and that fancy DVD? Goodbye to the last Blockbuster. It's now an Airbnb.
Oh, thank you, Frank. Have a lucky.
Lovely.
All blue eyes.
Light up a lucky, Frank. We left a deck of them for you right there. Deco Luckies. Now, Christy,
we have to get to the story.
Okay, this is my favorite story of the year. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to save cattle from predatory attacks, why not try painting eyeballs on their butts? A new study out of Botswana states this technique works. Researchers at the University of South Wales painted the eyes on cow butts to stop big cats like lions, leopards, cheetahs, and hyenas from attacking and eating the cattle. Scientists have been painting eyes on the backside of cows not only to protect livestock, but to also protect the endangered African lion. The strategy? The lion population is rapidly declining since farmers are killing the lions that attack their livestock. Dr. Neil Jordan came up with the idea to paint eyes on cow bottoms in order to trick the lion into thinking it has been seen, which thwarts its ambush hunting tactics.
So it has been working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I did not mean that. But yeah, I mean, that's amazing.
Oh, okay.
Holy cow!
That was not on purpose.
And I read this article and then I Googled it, and I've run into a brick wall here. For some reason, all the photographs have been pulled, and the videos. I'll have to spend more time looking around.
And perverts ruining another story. Looking for cow butts.
Because they're looking at cow butts.
Yeah.
I guess. So, but I'm imagining. So you can imagine how weird that would look. These huge eyes on the backside of a giant cow. So the lion looks at it and goes, "Hey, what kind of weird animal is that? I'm not going to attack that then."
Oh, it's breath.
Besides, breath smells like crap.
Why does it keep burping?
Okay. I was able to find a picture of this, and it is disturbing at best.
What do the eyes look like?
I can't find, Christy. Both sources I have, all the pictures have been pulled down.
This is on the Standard, and I can't turn my computer around, but they're big white eyes with like a gray around them, and they have little eyeballs.
How big are they compared to the cow's ass?
They're probably, I would say, I'm not good at dimensions, but I think the reason they got pulled is because the tail of the cow's in between the eyes.
Hey, Pat, Christy's not good at dimensions. That bode well for you?
Good news, buddy.
I'm going to put this up on Twitter so everyone can see. I just tweeted it, so Chick, if you can pull it up so you can turn it around for him.
Okay, I found one finally.
Okay. It's hysterical.
Oh, wow, is it
They're
disturbing?
Huge, yes.
Christy's right. The tail
is right.
makes it look like some
looks like
sort
a big
of
long nose.
Yeah, it looks like an alien elephant.
Yeah.
Look at that.
and the anus looks like it's the mouth.
Yes,
is that the anus?
That looks. Well,
the one I have, it looks like a crazy elephant with real low eyes.
With the anus out, with the anus mouth that close to the eyes, it looks kind of like a weird fish. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. What you're pointing at isn't the anus.
Hey, I think that might be the V.
Yeah.
No. I've got a different shot. And
okay.
It's the tail is sweeping to the side, and so you've got the tail up on top, and then these two weird fish eyes, like Willie says, and then where the mouth would be the anus. And then, in this one, then below that is the vajayjay.
Okay.
Which looks like a super creepy sideways mouth.
Yeah, sort of a tracheotomy on
like a vertical mouth. Very, very disturbing.
Boy, what?
This'll help.
Hello, Bob and Tom show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Jumbo the Elephant.
Hey, Jumbo, you ever see one of these cows that they're painting eyes on the back of cows' butts so the lions don't attack them?
Tom, I wish you'd been there, man. It was the funniest thing. We saw some of these cows with their eyes on their butts. And you know how my buddy Gary, he will screw anything.
Yeah.
He's on the prowl, he's looking around. Well, he got this big ego. He will not wear his glasses when he's out scoping chicks, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of point him in that direction. Oh, look, I think that one over there likes you, Gary. He comes sauntering up and just decides to plant a big kiss on her.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God, you've never seen nothing so funny as an elephant French kissing a cow's ass.
Yeah, got the old brown eye.
He was going to drink the pond dry when we got out of there.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh, Josh, you ever make out with a cow ass?
You're among friends. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I haven't. She ran off.
Oh!
Yeah.
Hey, now.
Oh! Well, what are you guys up to?
We gotta go, Jumbo.
Oh, you do?
Okay, yeah, we gotta leave.
I got all the time in the world.
Yeah, hang up the phone.
These farmers, now that they see how successful it is, they wished they had been putting eyes on the butts of cows this whole time.
Really?
Hindsight being what it is.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hindsight.
Hindsight?
Being 50,
Did everybody hear that?
Hindsight is 50-50, as Donnie would say.
Did everybody hear that?
Did everybody hear that?
Oh, we
That's
heard
very
it.
nice, Josh.
Is your headphones cut out?
I thought it was cute.
I think it was perhaps it was the placement. Maybe if it had been a minute and a half ago.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's hard to follow Jumbo.
Maybe we could edit in and then throw it back there.
Not worth it.
Okay. I like it. This is what a crazy. Who had the idea?
I don't know, but it's fascinating that it's working, and it scared me.
And then this other article says it was done. It was done for the benefit of the lions, as you said.
Because the lions are getting
because the farmers were shooting all the lions that were attacking their cattle.
Yeah.
Wow, crazy stuff. I wonder if that would work for other for other animals.
What do you mean? Like?
Well, for example, now I'll tell you what. I guarantee that there is a human being out there somewhere that on his or her buttocks
they have eyes.
Has 2 eyes and one on each cheek.
Oh, sure. Oh, you mean tattooed?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, come on.
Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever see the guys who draw the face on their belly and they make their navel the mouth and they wear a big hat?
It's always amusing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always funny.
Did you ever see the guys who have an O in their name? That's
B on one cheek, a B on the other.
Yeah. Hey, the name's Bob. Oh, sorry, Bob. Yeah, not you, Bob. Okay. Well, coming up, Christy, we have kitty cats in the news.
We have Allie Breen in the news because she's coming up next.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Oh, and you know something? We got to at some point squeeze in the fact it's Vinyl Records Day.
Oh, I love it.
So we have to squeeze in our tribute to vinyl records. In fact, I've got one right here. Let's see if we can get this to work. Sometimes they skip.
Are you kidding me?
What's new, Pussycat?
It's skipping again.
What's new, Pussycat?
Oh, boy.
Maybe I'll put a quarter on the tone arm.
Pussy.
That's it. It's broken. When we come back, we'll figure that out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
One of my favorite comedians right there, Nick Griffin, living in New York City. Speaking of New York City, Allie Breen with relationship issues on the Bob and Tom Show on a Wednesday. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. College football season took a massive hit yesterday. Big Ten and Pac-12, 2 historic and powerful conferences, succumbed to the pandemic and canceled their fall football seasons. Pac-12 Commissioner Larry Scott called the decision extremely difficult and painful. Major League Baseball, their first game in Buffalo since 1915. Travis Shaw, an RBI single in the 10th. The wandering Toronto Blue Jays settled into their new nest with a 5-4 win over the Miami Marlins. Other interleague winners: Cincinnati, the Yankees, the Cubs, Baltimore, Milwaukee, and San Francisco. American League winners: White Sox, Tampa Bay, Texas, and the Angels. National League: Washington, Colorado, and San Diego all win, and Pittsburgh at St. Louis postponed due to the virus. NBA winners last night in the bubble: Brooklyn, San Antonio, Phoenix, Boston, Portland, Sacramento, and Milwaukee. NHL playoffs: Calgary and Vegas win in regulation. Tampa Bay in 5 overtimes beats Columbus 3-2. And the WNBA winners last night: Las Vegas, Minnesota, and Los Angeles. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You get a jar of pasta sauce, will you kind of wash it out and then keep it, drink out of it sometimes?
No.
You'll never do this? Oh, really? I'll do that.
What is it, the Great Depression? Why are you doing that?
You'll never reuse? None of you have ever reused a jar of pasta?
No.
Really? Why is everyone so mad at me for saying this?
What are you, the manager of Po Folks? Drinking out of jars?
What are you, Tom Joad? What the hell?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
He could keep it up forever. Under the hot lights while the gaffers drank their coffee and the fluffers did their nails. He was a freak of nature. He was bigger than the evergreens that stood beside his San Fernando trailer. And all the big producers told him he was hot. Now he's not. He can't show him what he's got. He can't do the money shot. Hot. Now he's not. He can do the money shot, 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 shot. Ooh, the money shot. He grew up in Nebraska. Saved his money mowing lawns so he could go out west. 'Cause he always liked the movies. He couldn't act and get called back till one day at the county pool, a talent agent discovered him, said he had the stuff, told him he was hot. Now he's not. He can't show him what he's got. He can't do the money shot. Hot. Now he's not. He can do the money shot.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, hello there, Sonny. It's Morgan Freeman.
Oh, hello, Morgan.
How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm fine. Thank you very kindly.
Oh, nice.
I understand you have someone there that was talking about men making noises during sexual encounters.
Yeah.
I understand you said you've never heard a man make a noise before.
Oh.
Apparently, you've never been to Shawshank, Sonny.
Now, in Shawshank Prison, is there a lot of noise?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to sleep at night.
I'll bet.
Andy Dufresne came to Shawshank Prison back in 1947.
Uh-huh.
And he had a nickname that he was known by.
What's that?
Oh, please stop.
I was playing in Miami, and RuPaul was real big at the time, and a lot of the staff was gay at the club, and they were going to go at like 3 a.m. to this huge gay bar to see RuPaul, and I was like, all right, I'll go, and so I go down there. I mean, it's like 2,000 people. And mostly gay men, and I'm sitting there by the record machine, and the ugliest guys there hit on me. I mean, ugly pimples, fat guys. I'm like, you know what?
Gay people drink too.
9:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. We'll have clouds today and a high of 84. Partly cloudy overnight, down to 65. More sunshine in the forecast for tomorrow with a high of 86. Currently 72 degrees.
I mentioned the golf outing. Top Golf is the place, presented by Yingling, Napleton Kia Fishers, and OmniSource, our official recycler. It's going to be a good time and socially distanced, et cetera, et cetera. Coming up on the 16th of September, a Wednesday afternoon, Top Golf Fishers. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. And we've added some more ladies, it looks like.
Yeah.
Let's see, we've got Christy Lee right there.
Hi.
Jessica Alsman over there on the big screen. Also on the big screen, Allie Breen, comedian from New York City. Are you in New York, Atlanta? Where are you today?
I'm back in New York, yes.
Okay, great. Good to see you.
Good to see you. There's no drills, but there's like a foghorn that won't stop going off now. So there's always something.
I'll say you next door.
You would think they would be treating you so well because you're back.
Yeah.
I know. Nope. They don't want us back.
Willie G, Patty G, hello, Christy Lee, Josh, Ace. I'm Tom, and that's Chick McGee. And
how about you,
Allie? We have to get right to it.
Sure.
You are an expert on
people are waiting for our astute advice,
dating, et cetera, et cetera.
They need us.
Things go right, things go wrong. Well, let's start with one of our letters. What have you got?
Dear Allie, I'm fairly certain my friend's husband is gay. Should I tell her my concern?
No, keep your mouth shut. I'm sure she knows.
Why would you?
I know.
She probably knows.
Isn't there also a chance he's not gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? I would just
And
say
who
next
cares?
time.
If she's happy.
I was just going to say, next time this guy goes to an Enya concert, they just get together, they have an honest conversation.
Dear busybody.
Next time Liza Minnelli's playing in the house, just go with it.
Oh. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's a no.
Unless, I don't think it's a problem, unless it's a problem for her. I mean,
unless the husband's miserable, then you don't want to.
Well, sure, but that's between them. She doesn't need to.
So let me get this straight. This letter is from a lady. And her friend, who is a female, is married to a man, and our letter writer thinks this guy is gay.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, now stay out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There are many straight men who are effeminate.
Right.
I mean,
that's exactly right.
Yeah, and then if this guy is gay, you wouldn't want to out him. That seems kind of unfair to this guy. If that sounds like his thing that he needs to come out about.
This is exactly.
No, I think you should make some subtle innuendos about it. And, and end it with, you know what I'm saying, and look at it. You know what I'm talking
That's
about.
one way to do it.
Yeah.
You can just do the Seinfeld thing just to make sure everyone knows you're cool with it. Just keep going. And there's this gay guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, of course not.
As Kevin Meaney would say, just burst in and go, clang, clang, clang. And if that guy says,
went the trolley.
He's gay.
That's the test.
You know, maybe just get a hold of the guy and or I'd even better ask his boyfriend if he's gay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Or tell him to give you $100,000 or you're going to spill the beans.
Just
Okay, these are all
stay
good.
out of it.
These are all good suggestions.
You could just trap him. Just ask a bunch of Barbara Streisand questions. When he knows the answer, be like, gotcha.
No, is there a current go-to? I mean,
Sam Smith.
with respect to to artists enjoyed by those.
Yeah, I think Sam Smith. He's enjoyed.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Barry Manilow?
Lady Gaga?
Is that one of them?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is if like the Liza Minnelli.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
Sam
Alsman
Smith.
had Gaga. I think is a
Gaga.
very big.
Is
Very big with the gay community.
Very big.
Monsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cardi
but that's
B.
one that everyone loves. Oh, but Cardi B, same thing. There's no like Liza Minnelli of this generation that just is known for, gay men to enjoy. I don't think.
Well, look, and I know that the code was, "Are you a friend of Dorothy?"
Really?
Way
When
back,
was that?
way back in the day. Yeah, someone was explaining that to me. So I'm just wondering if.
Wow, meaning Judy Garland?
Yeah,
What's
absolutely.
the reference? Okay.
So I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, this is a case of just shut up for this lady and let them figure it out. You don't want to get involved. Okay. What else have you got, Allie?
Dear Allie, I've been getting messages from a girl saying that I should not trust my boyfriend. I don't know her, and when I told him about it, he said they hooked up forever ago and that she's crazy. He told me to block her so she wouldn't harass me. Should I trust him? If she was really a crazy ex from the past, wouldn't he have already told me about her?
No.
God.
Josh is so
Wait a
bad.
minute.
Wait, I'm on the opposite side of this. Once a guy goes to crazy right away, I'm like, ooh, he's cheating.
Really? Why do you think
this first thing is, if a girl messages out of nowhere, what would she be gaining unless she really has some reason to message?
Well, maybe she's still hooked on the guy and she wants him back, so she's going to make his life miserable.
Now, Josh, you look very upset. What's your take on this?
Are all women just drama? Are you ever just cool? God.
Are there any guys that can keep their penis in their pants?
Yes,
there
are.
We seem to have a debate going.
There are good guys out there.
I mean, Donnie, but that's about it.
Also, when a guy goes block her, he doesn't want you to hear her information.
No, he just wants to be done with her. He doesn't want to hear about it.
If you start worrying about what they did before you met them,
you're in big trouble.
That's a 24-hour-a-day job.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Big trouble.
This is like the only letter I think I actually believe. I kind of actually believe the guy. This is the only time. But
okay,
because usually when they say crazy, you're right, Allie. They're just it's a go-to.
I just know that I've had friends who this happened to, where they got texts or phone calls and they believed the boyfriend, and it did not go well.
Oh, I see. So you have personal experience.
So I'm jaded.
So you're projecting on.
I'm just
there
jaded.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm jaded in general.
Josh is very upset. Let's just move on. You've said there. What was your term? Is it all drama for all of them?
Yeah, it's apparently just drama. Okay. That's all this is.
Sure, there are those.
There are cool women out there, Josh. I promise you.
Oh, I hope Joshy's girlfriend's listening right now.
Even the coolest are just drama.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on. What have you got? What else have you got, Allie?
Dear Allie, I started dating a girl I met online who's perfect. She's laid back. She's into sports. Totally one of the guys.
But
problem is that literally all of her friends are guys.
So?
And I just can't believe that they're not trying to get with her.
So?
She insists that they're not, but it's driving me crazy. And I know guys. So should I drop it or am I right?
No, drop it.
They are trying to get with her.
Yeah, they are.
But she's not getting with them, so you're fine.
She's with you.
Right.
I have a lot of guy friends. This is my whole life. I've always been like this. And it's never been, it's not an issue. If I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm not going to be, no.
Right. Yeah, she's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy her, dude.
Look at Christy's work life.
Yeah, I've never worked with women.
Okay.
Really?
She's been surrounded by idiots. They're all,
just a damn minute.
It wasn't in radio. It was in television. I was the only girl. And that's just the way life is sometimes. But it doesn't mean that she's not. No, God. Yeah. It's okay, dude.
We're
Enjoy
okay.
that.
Yeah,
she's
you can't
perfect.
do the Mike Pence thing and decide that you can't be alone in a room with someone of the opposite sex. That's crazy.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta trust people. What happened to trust in our society?
I feel like so much of this comes down to just trust and communication.
Yes, exactly,
just
Willie.
talk to your partner about something.
People don't
If she
talk.
was admitting, here's when you should be worried. If she was hanging out with all these guys, but she refused to admit that I was out with my friends, and you never specify who, that's kind of weird. You know what I mean? So you're misleading. Like maybe it's the girls, maybe it's the guys, but she's like, oh, I was hanging out with, Joe.
Yeah, but I don't think she's doing that.
Okay, next, I'm bored.
Sorry, Tom.
Dear Allie, I'm in a 3-year relationship, and I just found out that my girlfriend has been lying about her age. She said she's 29, but she's really 33. I'm 31, and I don't care.
Hang on, wait a second.
We have an expert.
Chick McGee, would you like to introduce our expert?
Ladies and gentlemen, an expert on lying about his age. Here's Pat Godwin. Pat?
Yeah, you have to shave off a few years to hang in there with the ladies. They're all young.
A few years, decades, whatever you're talking about.
Could we get the Pat Godwin shaving years off your age kit? What do we need for this?
Zowie.
We need what?
Fake birth certificate.
Yeah, of course. Hair
Fake
dye.
license.
Hair dye. Pat, do you always go to great lengths so that they don't see your driver's license?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't leave that just hanging around.
Oh, my God.
How many years do you shave, Pat?
It depends on who I'm with, to be honest with you.
He won't answer that.
5, 10, 15. I've gone 20.
None of us know his real age.
What?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and it's hilarious when someone asks Pat his age, he kind of looks around to gauge. Okay, what have I?
Gauge the room.
What have I told
What can I get away with?
everybody else in here?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I once had a bouncer at a bar yell out my real age to a woman I was dating, and she's like, "What?" And I said, "When I started in entertainment, I lied about my age to work." That's what I told her. That's a true story.
So
And you
you're
still got that ID?
if you're lying about your age, do some of these women go, I don't mean to be rude, but gosh, you look terrible for 28.
They say it all the time. Really, yeah.
Okay.
You ought to lie up. Then they'll go, man, you look great for 65.
I am 84.
Absolutely.
So by the way, excuse me 1 second, a little inside thing. That was really nice of you, Christy, to say lie up and he's 65. That's very sweet.
I honestly don't know how old Pat is.
No
I
one
have
does.
no
Yeah,
idea.
I don't either, yeah.
I have
If
really
you want to
no
lie
idea.
up, a little higher. Pat, no, wait a minute. Pat no longer thinks it's funny.
Not funny at all.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So,
No, nothing's funny at all.
so what was the original letter? I've lost my place. So,
She said she's 29, but she's really 33. I'm 31, and I really don't care about the age difference, but the lying really bothers me. How big of a red flag is this?
yeah, Willie hit it on the head before. Just communicate and
Just
tell
ask her.
Go from there.
Like, why'd you lie about
Yeah.
your age? And she probably did the same thing. What
Probably
did
because
say? Was
she likes the guy
29?
so much she doesn't want to lose him.
No, I tell you what it is. On date, did they meet on a dating app? Because if she was on a dating app and she put she's 31 or whatever, it jumps her into a whole different category. Guys won't look at her, but they'll look at a 29-year-old.
Oh, it's like demographic groups and ratings.
Yes, exactly.
You're right, because guys will stick to the 25 to 31 range or something, and she's just out of that.
When you get to my age group, a lot of my friends will lie and say they're 50 to 55 because guys won't look at you if you're over 55. I'm not making this up. This is
No, that sounds about right.
Yeah, they start getting all those ads for broken hips.
But that's what it usually is women lie about their age, and guys usually lie about their height.
Yeah.
So
what?
Yeah.
How do you lie about your height?
That's
a
exactly
tough one. I'm 6'6".
Wow, you look more like 5'2" in person. Well,
No, 6'6".
the picture.
You know what, though? If anybody could do it, Pat Godwin.
Yeah.
Pat Godwin could lie about his height.
I
Yep.
guarantee you that's why she did that. It was probably a dating app thing. So just, I would just
I think
ask her
Christy's
about it.
exactly right. Very good, very good. We have time
But
for
it
one
is
more.
crazy in 3 years to not come clean.
Yeah.
Okay, dear Allie, my bestie got pregnant after having a one-night stand, and she's having the kid. We're 23, and she jokes that I'm just going to have to act as the dad. I'm really excited for her, but I think it might be a disaster, and I definitely don't want any responsibility. What do I do?
This is just this is his best friend? Is that what it says?
Yeah, male, female best friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Just be a good friend.
Yeah, just
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, just be supportive. Once
you're not responsible.
She's
you don't
not asking you for
buy anything,
support.
Whatever.
Sounded to me more like she was just kind of kidding around.
If you go in the
Right.
birthing room, stay
That's
in back of the head.
Yeah. That is a good call.
You don't want to wear
I mean, they're just friends.
Yeah.
And
Or
they'll be a
right,
little weird.
right when the baby's born, just go, oh, yeah. Try that.
Everybody stops and just turns at him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The baby goes, put me back in there. I'm going to meet this guy.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Allie. Allie Breen is reachable in many ways. ALLIBREEN on every platform known to man. Is that correct, Allie?
That is perfect. Exactly.
Any gigs coming up?
Yeah, I'm doing this Long Beach gig again on Thursday at the Anchor Inn, and then on September 6th, I'm at the Hartford Funny Bone.
Okay.
Long Beach is Long
New
Island.
York, right?
Long Island, yes. Long Beach, Long Island, exactly.
And you can write Allie once again, Allie Breen, on all social media platforms. Thank you very much, Allie.
Perfect. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Thanks.
Allie.
Bye, Allie.
Now, we're going to have, I think when we come back, we'll have time to get our tribute to Vinyl Records in.
Okay.
Today, Vinyl Record Day.
I didn't have that. I can't believe I didn't see that.
I
think he's making it up.
Okay.
No, he's not. I don't think so.
Received a missive. And Guitarone is the big guitar, by the way, going back 20 minutes.
Oh, to the mariachi band?
Yeah, right now, we've been talking about these odd times we're in, and maybe it's time, just for no particular reason, to get your sweetie a little bit of something special, like some jewelry from Steven Singer. And Josh, you're in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
That's right.
And Steven's got a bunch of stuff going on right now, like he always does. Let me just remind you, he's got the famous 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee and free shipping all the time, plus interest-free financing available online as well. So, what am I talking about? What maybe no occasion. It's the, as Josh calls it, the just because. Maybe just because earrings, just because bracelet, just because necklace.
You put up with me during the pandemic?
Yeah, well, we're all struggling.
Yeah.
So something nice, a beautiful gift from Steven Singer by finding him, of course, at IHateStevenSinger.com. By the way, fast and free and safe shipping. I want to emphasize that. Lots of stuff going on there, including engagement rings. They've got the famous Steven Singer engagement ring collection. No hassle, no risk. And again, that great 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee and free shipping. All kinds of stuff. Decades of work with Steven Singer, and we get lots of love letters about how much they've enjoyed working with Steven and his great crew. So once again, check them out. IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Throw some jewelry his or her way. When we come back, a little tribute to Vinyl Records. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something?
Oh, how I do get sentimental about me carefree days as a lad. We never had toys that were store-bought. We would improvise with things that we had. We made forts out of cardboard boxes. Yardsticks were swords or were spears. But of all these things, none gave the hours of fun like me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's gigantic brassiere. It was of the finest label, canvas, lace, and stainless cable. Me mother's gigantic brassiere. Yeah! Oh, I leapt from the roof of the garage, though I was but 6 or 7 years. Oh, I would have broke me back, but I clung fast to the straps of me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Wing nuts, cleats, and spoiler, brass grommets, and cup holder on me mother's gigantic brassiere. We tied the bra between 2 trees. The neighbor boys, they did declare. We ended the attack with 6 pumpkins and 2 cats flung from me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Delicate flower appliques, 8-track tape and safety chains on me mother's gigantic brassiere. One time we used it to slow down our dragster or parasail behind our boat. Then there was the time it was used to airlift an injured skier off a treacherous mountain slope. But most, I think, of my father's pride when wash day it was done. as he hoisted it up the telephone pole to billow in the sun. Oh, me mothers, oh, me mothers, me mother's gigantic brassiere. With an awning and screen door, could sleep 2 family of 4. It's me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mothers, oh, me mothers, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Reinforced hydraulic winch, reflective tape, and 3-point hitch on me mother's gigantic brassiere.
No, I think it's you had some interesting stories about that. It's got to take a certain amount of courage to walk into a strange church. And
Why? 20.
You know what? Here's my idea that the Catholic Church has yet to
on the road.
They've yet to respond to my letters of inquiry.
Yeah,
I've got 2 ideas of how they could raise money.
How?
One, season tickets.
I like that very much
because I'm tired of going to Easter and Christmas Mass, and I have to stand because the people who go twice a year get all the seats.
Now, isn't there?
You know what?
Now, wait a second.
I bought my seats.
There are other faiths that actually do that.
No, we do that. We auction off
there are
seats
other
in parking spots.
Other groups that do that, where it's like
fundraisers.
It's just like going to a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I don't go to church. It'd be just like going to the games I go to here. The 4 people in front of me'd stand the whole service. I wouldn't get to meet God or see him.
Tom, that's not the reason you're not going to meet God.
Yeah. Nothing to do with that. You know, I am with
wait a second.
him on this.
What's your other idea?
Second idea, parishioners throw in $20 to a pot.
Mm-hmm.
And they randomly pick out times, like, for example, 10:15, 10:16.
During the service?
Wouldn't it
no,
be,
they pick it out before.
It wouldn't be 10:15. It would be B15, wouldn't it?
I gotta smooth out some rough edges on this idea.
Yeah.
But basically, it's a pool system. The church keeps 50%, and 50% goes to the winner of whenever the first cell phone goes off in the middle of Mass. We have a winner.
Yes, we do.
Come and collect your money.
You know, I never hear our cell phones go off.
What?
Vibrate.
Never.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I have never heard that.
You know what cracks me up is when you hear one go off, and then you would think to yourself, okay, you know what? Everybody in here is probably going to hear that and check their phone and say, you know what? I don't want to be like that guy and embarrass myself.
Yeah.
I'll turn mine off. Invariably, another 1 or 2 or 3 go off.
Yeah, come on, Monsignor, turn that thing off.
Come on.
Well, I have a friend who likes to sit in church and
text
and phone people to see if their phones are on.
That's not right.
Hey, look, I don't know much about it, but I got a feeling their person's going to hell. I don't think you interrupt the service. There's a certain solemnity there I don't think is appropriate to.
Yeah,
well, now let's see. Well, Keith, we've established what else will be established about you. You last year for Lent, the season of sacrifice, you gave up crossword puzzles.
Can we talk about my career? How about that? We've also established I entertain the troops overseas.
Yeah.
That's
I write for National
I'm
Lampoon.
working on a Keith Alberstadt crossword myself.
Oh, yeah? What's one down?
It's an
L?
8-letter word. Let's see. Celebrate. Oh, no, that's too many letters.
Celibate.
Oh, celibate. Okay, that goes right
That's
there.
only priests. I don't think that counts as those who are.
6 down.
Unless you're married, Bob, you're supposed to be celibate.
What?
Yeah, unless you're married, you're supposed to be celibate.
How's that going for you?
Too many rules. Too many rules.
So I got some more sports jokes.
Because you sure don't have any sex jokes because you don't know what it is, do you?
Can we pick what you give up for Lent?
I'm
Last year or this coming up year?
This coming up year.
I'm open for suggestions. People should email me.
Well,
what do you
let me
want to
see.
suggest?
I
You don't even know anything about him.
By the way, if you guys are so adamant about me finding a girlfriend, let's open up the phone lines and the email systems and.
Well, we
people,
can. Let me see.
I got a MySpace account, ladies. Let it happen.
Oh, really?
Well, let's see. We can. Let's go to our file. Let's see. Chlamydia 1.
43 on the button at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update in the weather forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. We'll have partly cloudy skies today. Look for a high of 84. Hey, AAA is thanking those who've helped you and others during this crisis. AAA is donating $25,000 in memberships to nominated heroes. Simply go to Hoosier.AAA.com/membership/nominate your hero. It's
What a
really
great
cool.
idea. AAA. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Once again, happy to be here. Let's get right to it in the big room. I'm Tom. That's Chick. That's Josh. That's Ace. In the ancillary rooms, we have Willie G over there, Christy Lee over there, Patty G over there, and Jessica Alsman over there. We're all here, present and accounted for. And I have a very odd way to do a little tribute to vinyl records.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Today, Vinyl Record Day. It's very unusual. It may be considered kind of a stretch by some. We're going to incorporate it into our Today in History.
Oh, we're not going to do the Todd Snyders?
Well, we would do that, except we have a limited amount of time.
Time now for Today in History. Here's Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Thank you very much. Now,
yes?
First birthday in history.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've heard of this guy, Erwin Schrödinger.
Oh, yeah, the old Schrödinger's cat.
Yeah, they're very complicated. That's the box
I always like
and the
picture.
cat.
I always like the way they draw the cat with the X's over his eyes.
What are we talking about? I don't know what this is.
Yeah, he was
Willie, do you know what this is?
Yeah, it's a philosophical thing. If there's a dead cat in a box, you don't open the box. You don't know if the cat's dead or not. But
oh, okay.
Did it die? Yeah.
Any cat owner would know right away.
Unless it's observed.
Cat in the box is going to start making noise. And
crazy cat lady.
Yeah. He was not a good pet owner. Here's where we get our tribute to vinyl records.
Yeah, how they get in the box in the first place? Yeah.
Today in 1929, the birth date of the late great Buck Owens.
Oh, yeah.
A great singer-songwriter, businessman, and all famous, of course, for Hee Haw. And boy, had the pleasure of having one of his songs recorded by the Beatles.
Yes, referenced in a great CCR tune.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Looking out my back door.
And I was talking to Pat Godwin about this.
Singing about his back door, huh?
Tribute to Buck Owens?
You have a kind of an odd tribute to Buck Owens. And, of course, when he was famous, the records were all vinyl. That's our Vinyl Records tribute. Thank you, Christy.
They should put Josh in dirty movies. He could be a big porn star easily. They'll make a film about a man that's half fat and horny. And all he has to do is act naturally. We'll make a flick about a man so thorough and generous. His jaws sore constantly. Take away his Costco-sized Kleenex, and all he has to do is act naturally. Give me the short version there.
Very nice. Thank you.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Now, we'll get back to our Today in History birthdays. Christy, I'm going to run this one by you. Born in 1935. And I hope I'm getting the pronunciation of this guy's name right. John Cazale.
Yes.
Christy, you know who he is?
No.
I'll give you a hint. He was only in 5 movies. All of them were nominated for the Best Picture Academy Award.
All the movies were?
Yep. I can tell you the movies, too. The Godfather Part 2, The Conversation, The Deer Hunter.
We've talked about this guy
Dog Day
before.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
You don't go fishing with him, yeah.
He was, of course, Fredo.
Right.
In The Godfather. Great actor. Just amazing.
Hail Mary, full of...
He died young, though, right?
Yes,
he did, yeah. Well, Meryl Streep
was in love with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Now, on a happier note, one of the greatest guitar players ever, Mark Knopfler, celebrating a birthday today, born in 1949.
Best concerts I've ever seen.
Dire Straits?
No, Mark Knopfler's solo.
Oh, cool.
Great. Oh.
Yeah, Mark Knopfler. Cool story about Mark Knopfler. He was doing a meet and greet with fans that won some contest. When they got there, instead of just doing a handshake and a photo thing, he had the curtains to the stage area were closed, and it was before the show. Had everybody sit down and played a couple songs for him.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I don't want to touch any of you people. I'm going to stay as far away.
No, not at all. It was very cool. Also born on this date, Miss Cleo.
She's not alive.
I don't think she is.
I think she's gone now.
The clairvoyant?
Yeah, she didn't see that coming. Yeah, I think she's no longer with us.
Whose mind would you read?
She died in 2016.
If you could do that, who would you stop at first?
You probably don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christy, for reading my mind. See what you just did? That's amazing. Anthony Ray, born on this date in 1963.
Oh, that was good.
The Anthony Ray.
No, he's, of course, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Okay, I
would
had
not
no
have
idea.
known that.
Yeah.
Anthony Ray.
You can't stop him from mixing.
Oh, yeah.
He was knighted. When was he knighted? What year was that?
93.
Oh.
Cleopatra checked out on this date in the year 30.
Covered in horse semen.
Wow, the year 30.
Way back in 30. 1930? No. 18? No.
Okay. Let's see now.
Does it say 30?
It just says 30 on this list. It doesn't say 0030.
Wait a minute. Does that mean she was born in 0?
I don't know.
Okay.
Thomas Edison completes the first model for the phonograph in 1877.
Right after he saw Tesla do it.
And then they would later on be for sale at Urban Outfitters.
Yep.
And, of course, 1908, Henry Ford builds the first Model T. And now we're all excited about the new Broncos coming out.
Yeah.
And they'll be in more colors than just black.
But Model A through S, you don't want anything to do with.
No, they sucked.
Here's one for Josh.
All right.
Only 2 silent films have won an Oscar for Best Picture. One of them was 1927, the movie Wings. What is the other one?
The Artist.
That's correct.
Did The Artist win Best Picture?
Yes.
I love that little movie.
I do too. I thought it was a gem of a film.
I like that dog. You have a
He
different
did not
opinion.
like it.
I was okay for a while.
Novelty wore off a little.
Yeah, wore off 15, 20 minutes in.
Did you yell, I get it, a lot?
Yeah, okay. It was very sweet, of course. And in 1939, The Wizard of Oz made its premiere in Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
You would have thought they would have gone to
Kansas.
Well, you know what they say, if it'll play in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Did it play in Sheboygan? Or is that Michigan?
If you can make it there.
I wonder why they didn't do it in Kansas.
Doesn't make sense, does it?
Who knows?
There must be
You
some.
are quite the Monday morning quarterback.
I'm just asking. Okay, that's enough of that. It's time now to review what we've done.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Grainger. The products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Thank you very much. Some sad news. Trini Lopez died, and he's famous for this song.
Lemon tree, very pretty,
and
the lemon flowery sweet.
a guy who was a really important figure. He kept his real name when he was advised not to by many managers.
Yes. And as Jimmy Pardo would say, we lost him too soon. No, just about right.
Well, he was 83.
Yeah, that's a good run.
Sorry to his family and friends. Trini was also in The Dirty Dozen. We reviewed many of the actors from The Dirty Dozen.
Yes, we did.
Including Al Mancini, who none of us had remembered.
Next door neighbor's brother.
I thought it was your next door neighbor's brother's or wife's
It was your teacher's
wife's brother.
So his brother-in-law, your teacher's brother-in-law.
However, the good movie is The Baker's Dirty Dozen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. It was 13 of them, yeah.
The Dirty Baker's Dozen.
Don't forget the kids version, cheaper by the Dirty Dozen.
Who was the extra guy?
John Malkovich. Isn't that weird?
A very young John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-year-old.
Yeah, pre-glass menagerie.
So we talked about the Blockbuster store that's going to become an Airbnb, so briefly.
I hope they extend that.
Oh, they're going to get inundated with requests for this place. Josh posited the following.
Yeah.
Are all women just drama?
I think they might be, even the cool ones.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll agree. Or will I, Josh? Jeez.
You see what I mean?
What?
All's with the home run.
We learned a lot. And they're painting eyes on the backs of cows to keep them from being eaten by lions in various other continents. Fascinating stuff. Check out those photographs. We'll post them on the Bob and Tom social media platforms. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Anybody in his mind, his opinion of them can be elevated due to the fact if they ski or not.
It means they have a soul.
You know who skied?
Who's that?
Ted Bundy. Seems like a decent guy to me.
You know, we
Big
did
fan,
find
are
out
ya?
that he was a skier,
He
didn't
was a
we?
skier.
He just did it to me.
Chicks. I broke my leg. Can you help me?
And Ellicottville, New York, I believe at one time they had part of the baseball bat manufacturing going on
They
there.
did. The Louisville Slugger was made there.
Yes.
I'm surprised.
He's a know-it-all. Don't. Yeah. Well.
I'm like Tim Wilson. I know 2 things about everything and nothing else. But
you're fantastic.
Yeah, that's beautiful country.
It is. It's very nice.
So, you living in Los Angeles now?
Yes. I got to tell you this. I flew from Los Angeles the other day, and I wish I was making this up, but who was on my flight? William Hung.
Really?
From the Sega. She bang, she bang.
Goodness
You know, and the
gracious.
whole flight, all I could think was, if this plane goes down,
oh my God,
I'm going to get second billing in the obituaries to William Hung. The final insult. Maybe, or people would think I was opening for him. That's not a bad idea.
Brian Dunkelman is our guest.
Brian Dunkelman and William Hung.
Oh, that is sad. Very, very funny. And I'm glad that you acknowledge that.
I'm glad you made it okay.
So let's get back to the action here. You are a single guy, but you're going to get married.
Yes.
You're living in Los Angeles. Is your wife a Los Angelino?
Future wife. Yeah, she's a Pasadena. Just don't rush me.
Okay.
It's she's from Pasadena.
Oh.
She's in the restaurant business. She's got a real job, which is nice.
That means you have health insurance?
It will when he gets married.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I've been out there for 10 years. I'm actually from a pretty big family. I'm the youngest of 10 kids.
Are you really?
Yes.
Wow.
10 good Catholics.
Yes.
Yes. By the way, I was an altar boy for 5 years. No priest ever tried to diddle me.
That's good.
Apparently, I wasn't cute enough.
Sure. There's that.
Well, there's
another rejection.
Exactly.
Wow.
One more.
Thanks for the inferiority complex, Padre.
You think this is bad? Wait till
I know
you're
that
older.
town.
But don't ever ask William Hung about that.
All right.
Brian's going to hang out with us this morning. We're going to grab some news headlines. Also coming up, Mike Stankiewicz. We do have some cool stuff on our website.
Why are so many comics Catholic, former
Pardon?
Catholics?
What's that?
You notice that?
Former Catholic?
A lot of comedians.
A lot of comedians are of the Jewish faith.
A lot of them
Catholic.
are raised Catholic. They don't have a choice in the matter.
Do you still go to church?
It's the guilt. No, I haven't been in a while. No.
You know why?
Why?
Because when you hit 20, you don't care about anything.
That's
and
not
you just,
true.
It is true.
Well,
I mean,
that's
you're
true
free to
until you're
do
about
as you
40,
want.
Then you
go out, you start partying.
Go watch the movie Jackass.
No, I care not to. Thank you.
You don't see 45, 50-year-old guys going,
strapped to a rocket on the outside.
I think I'm going to strap myself naked to a shopping cart and see what my buddies can do that'd be funny.
All right.
No, you mature.
Some.
Yeah.
Not all.
The 20s are for, this is when you're supposed to go out, party, and do whatever you want.
This is why Britney Spears
Change
doesn't
your
wear
life.
panties.
Yeah.
I have that picture for you, by the way. It's right here.
She and Paris Hilton are best buddies now.
Can you
isn't
print
that
that out and
what's
make a
going
couple
on?
of wallet sizes for me?
That's my girlfriend.
This is, yeah.
Oh, let's see. I have a couple of requests. I don't have time to squeeze them in just at this moment. I did want to mention that on our website, we have a bunch of stuff, including information about our trip to the Bahamas. We're going to go watch the Super Bowl in Freeport. Want to come?
Yes.
It's courtesy of Napa Auto Parts. It's very obvious where it says Napa. We're wearing football helmets, and there's palm trees in the background. On the right side of our website, in fact, right next to the picture of Brian Dunkelman, actually. We're going to take a short break, and we'll come back with Brian and Christy and everybody else. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.